Do you guys hear me? Okay, you hear me. We're good. We're great. Yeah! Hello, Iwa. Hello, Animations. Hello, Frank. Hello, Amexer. Hello, Panzerkampf. Hello, Warseal. Hello, Bloodblade. Hello, Pyramidal. Hello, Drippy. Hello, Hunter. Hello, Jenkins. Hello, Helisiere. Hello, Faultier. Hello, Fancy Lettuce. Hello, VCF. Hello, User Valois. Hello, Max Power. Hello, Hado. Hello, Outron. Hello, Devil Dog. Hello, Unit. Am I missing someone? Hello, Redacted Panda. Hello, Orion. Hi, how's it going? Yeah, we get a new background. Hello, Adam Ska. How's it going? How's it going? I hope you guys are doing good. I know this is the 1K celebration stream, but we're 20 away from 1.5K on Twitch. So, it's not that I wanted to take my time to make this Q&A. It's just that I got my period last week and then I was dying, so I couldn't do it. It was in preparation, you know? I had to work on these questions. I had to farm questions because we wanted this to be like a full stream, you know? I wanted questions. I needed like the material, you know? And I need some music on too. Because I'm realizing I don't have anything on personally. So I'm not going to be playing the game, and that's really weird. So I'm just going to put on music for myself. You guys are going to have to deal with the BGM that we have on right now. Very sorry. I just hope this isn't caught like anywhere on the stream mix, because I'm not trying to get slammed by Twitch TOS for playing music. That's the last thing we want. So if you guys hear any licensed music, please tell me. Please tell me, because we don't want that. So while we're here, how are you guys? Why is my model rolling around so much? Is this fine now? Yes. Congrats on your milestone. It was too late to participate, but I wanted to stop by before bed. Listen, please sleep well. I appreciate the alert. Thank you. I remember when I found out you were French and Canadian, only time I cried. Listen, you don't have to cry. It gives me a good accent. My accent is very cute, so it should be a joyous thing for me to be French, okay? I believe. So, do I have any other plans today? No, it's gonna be the Q&A. It's gonna be Q&A and then GeoGuessr if we run over. Hello, oh, you cute. Thank you for the follow. Very appreciated. Hi. It is my first just chatting stream in 4 years of streaming across multiple lives. I've never done a just chatting. So to me, even as a yapper, this is kind of fucking scary, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, it's like, I see people who do just chatting day in, day out, and I don't know how they do it. They just have so much to say, and I could never do such a thing. Like, it is mystifying to me. Okay, on YouTube, we will ask, do you have questions to answer already prepped? I do. And yeah, Fancy Lettuce, I've never done just chatting before. It's real, it's true. It's very strange. Hello, Mr. Sadbox, how you doing? So I did get some questions ready because I asked you guys. I asked people on YouTube, TikTok, and Marshmallow, like Twitter, if you had any questions. So I've gathered the questions, so we're gonna like answer them. How's it going? Some people I follow for 2 hours before starting the game. Oh god, I think Newt. Yeah, it's like crazy. Every time I watch her, she's playing a video game 2 hours or an hour after her start because she's talking the whole time. And I'm like, how does she do it? How does she do? OT for Bills and Broncos, are you serious? Please let me know how it ends. I'm kind of nosy. I want the Broncos to win, I'm not gonna lie. It would be different for once. Also, yeah, do you guys like the background and the visual effects I got on today? I think adds a little immersion. There's even like a bear, there's even stars, so it's very me. I think it's very cute. It is not raining in Beryland right now, though. It is snowy, because it's winter. You know how that goes. Snow, slush, snow, slush, snow, slush. I'm like 10 minutes away from the Broncos Stadium. Yo, rest in peace if they win. Rest in peace if they win, man. They're gonna have... It's like when Chicago won and Googie was out on town. Must have been a mess. It's like when the Canadians win anything. Montreal goes crazy. Rain is just snow that is sad. True, Mike. Very true. So the way we're gonna proceed today is, I have my questions ready in Marshmallow. I have my questions ready. The YouTube questions are sources in OBS that I've copy and pasted there. Listen, we're making this work. So I'm gonna be answering those one by one, and then if you have any questions yourself, please ping a mod, either on YouTube or Twitch, and they'll keep them in mind, and I'll answer them, like, as we go, basically. Those are so pretty. Thank you, Weewoo! I've worked hard on them, as in, I bought them 2 hours ago. There is so much you can do with $20 and some craftiness. So much. So much of VTubing is about knowing what the hell to do with not a lot of money. It's about resources, wide skill sets. You can do so much on a budget if you know where to look. If you know how to do something on Canva. If you know how to do something on Photoshop. It's wonderful. But you need the skill set, which is sometimes what people are lacking. So not everyone has the skill set for VTubing, and that's okay. It's also not for everyone to be like a graphic designer, a video editor, a painter, all at once, you know? And a marketer, and it's just hard being indie in general, really. It's one thing I've noticed. Being indie, in like a professional way, without paying anyone else, requires you to have such a specific skill set that not everyone has. Cute background. Thank you, V! Thank you, thank you. Okay, let me see if we can get those marshmallows started. I think we can. Yeah. Just gotta move my windows around and then we'll be good. Alright, is this... Let me open this. Browser source. Not browser source. It's a window source. Really like your stream loading screen. Thank you. One of my favorite artists, Apple Dance, is someone I've worked with more than once. They're like low-key my go-to artist now. Getting a lot by them, and it's very fun. Okay, let me move this window around. Oh, doing this in multiple browsers is actually so hard. Because then, like, you have to move your sources on YouTube, you have to move your sources on Twitch, you have to move your shit everywhere, man. Is this it? Yes. And even here. Is this? No. Is this? What is this browser source, man? Oh, there we go. This is the super jank-ass setup we have right now. Listen, it's gonna do the job, and that's what matters. So, let's start with the first question. Has someone ever told you that the world was going to roll you, or that you ain't the sharpest tool in the shed? No, but I was told I was looking kinda dumb with my finger and my thumb in the shape of a hell on my forehead. Is this the kind of questions we're getting tonight? Because if so, I embrace them wholeheartedly. Hello, dude. How's it going? How's it going? Should I move around a little? Should I move a bit more? Perhaps? Maybe? Let me move my microphone. Let me move my model. There we go. Much better. I could have taken a screenshot of all the marshmallows and then was like, that's gonna be so many sources. Yeah, I know it's a Smash Mouth lyric. I've completed the lyric afterwards. Cause I'm that smart. I know my music. Yeah, if you have questions on music, please ask them to me. Music is my thing. I love music. It is a beautiful start, it's true. What a great first question. Also, hi Clemmy, how's it going? How's it going? Second question is such a major one. Let me put this down. Are you rooting for any specific teams for the FIFA World Cup? Listen, I am Canadian. I am French. You would think, oh, she probably likes France or like Canada because that's her country. But no. No, 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 no. In this house, we cheer for England. We go to the pub at 4 in the morning, no, 5 in the morning for a prelim Euro game or World Cup game to cheer on England. You go out and you have a pub, you have a pint and a full English breakfast at 5 a.m. for England. I am so serious about this. That is something I've done. I've been on TV doing this. That's actually such a harrowing statement, but I've been on TV because I went to a game at a pub at 5 in the morning, or was it 6? It was for the World Cup in Qatar, which was like a couple years ago. So all the games were like 9 hours or 8 hours ahead, and yeah, I was on TV. Because I went to the pub at 5 a.m. for an England national team game. Against, it was Iran, I think? Yeah, so yeah, this might be a very disappointing answer to you all, but England. I have a Harry Kane jersey. I am a defender. It's serious. It's my toxic trait and it's fine. Nothing wrong with that, right? When subbing. You can't. You're in Beryland once, you're in Beryland forever. Who made your model? Okay, we got a first question on chat. My model is by KenKenMo6. This is the one I use now. I have another model I use more for gaming and shooting games. That's by Aetho Studio. They're both from VGen. They're both very good. I have many models. I have a third model I use less. That the men really like a lot, but she's not that frequent. She's a special model. She's different. Right. Which do you prefer? Counter-Strike or Valorant? Also Coke or Pepsi? Okay. First of all, I don't play Counter-Strike or Valorant, so it's kind of hard to answer. Actually, I did try Counter-Strike, but I didn't like the feeling of the movement and the gunplays, and that was for CSGO 2. Or Counter-Strike 2. Whatever the update was, like, last year, I think? I tried to play it, and I was like, I just didn't vibe. Didn't really gel with, the controls in Counter-Strike very much, which is a shame, because it's an aesthetic I like way more than Valorant. And Valorant, I played for a bit with friends, back when I had Windows 10. Because when I got my new computer and switched to Windows 11, suddenly I couldn't play couldn't play Valorant anymore because I had no secure boot on. And I've only enabled secure boot again this summer when Battlefield 6 was announced. So I've basically dropped Valorant too, but if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't like bomb defusal modes. I don't like single respawn video games very much. So battle royales, I'm like, eh. Bomb defusal, I'm like, eh. The modes in Tarkov Arena that are like single respawn, I'm like, eh. It's just, maybe I'm just old, but I'm like, give me my team deathmatch, my capture the flag, my grind, my dog tags, my gun games. Just give me more than one spawn, please. Junior, thank you so much. Also, hi Cowboy, how's it going? How's it going? And now for Coke and Pepsi. Okay. Ici, c'est Pepsi. Listen, you're gonna be like, oh my god, she likes Pepsi. She doesn't like Coke the old-fashioned 90-70-year-old diner way. Okay. Get this, guys. In Quebec, yeah, this is about Quebec. In Canada, back in the day, Coke advertised in English. Pepsi were smart enough to do ads in French, and therefore they captured the hearts and minds of the entire Quebecois market. Because they know there's nothing we love more than our French. So yes, Pepsi. But, I mean, outside of the oddly patriotic answer, it's the historical reason why Pepsi is big here. It's because they advertise in French. But personally, I live in the world where it kind of doesn't matter anymore because it's 2020, you know? You can have both, no problem. Even though every single snack bar here still serves Pepsi. But personally, I do prefer Pepsi. I do like Coke too. But there's something about the taste of Pepsi. In fact, I had an extra large Pepsi, Pepsi Zero yesterday. I was like, I was like, hi Junon, how's it going? Hi Baron, hi everyone. Hi Oli. There is indeed something about Pepsi that is just comforting. That said, guys, 3 years ago, 4 years ago now, I guess, no, 3, Coke came out with Coke Move. Coke Move was their collaboration with Rosalia, the singer, and they made this vanilla coconut caramel Coke. It tasted like what self-tanner smells, not gonna lie. It tasted like weirdly tropical and like sweet. And when I tell you guys, I drank that shit multiple times a week. It was so good, but it was in limited edition, and then it was discontinued after the end of the year. I still have 2 boxes of it in my fridge because I stocked up when it ran out. Because I'm never getting rid of the Rosalia Coke. It is my favorite Coke ever. Also, hi Broski Husky, thank you for the follow. How's it going? How's it going? And Berserker, hi. How are you two? Pepsi Max I've never had personally. I've also never had Pepsi Blue. Because the truth is, I'm not a big soda person, but I'm a Pepsi person. Ginger ale, it's fine. Root beer, it's fine. Spruce beer, it's fine. But Pepsi, man, I fucking love a Pepsi. I can't even lie. My favorite Coke is rum and Coke. Ooh, I have super duper big rum trauma. So anything with rum is a no-no for me. I can't, guys, I can't. It's, hangovers. Throwing up in the toilet at 4 a.m. from rum. Not good, guys. Yeah, I pull out the fancy Coke when the guests right. Listen, you're making this joke, but my leftover Rosalia Cokes from 2 years ago are only pulled out when it's the Grey Cup, the Super Bowl, the Stanley Cup, and like Christmas. So I do pull out the fancy expired retired Cokes when it's a big day, you know? Have you ever had IBC? What's IBC? I've never heard of that. And other than that, I was gonna say something and I forgot. Which is so great of me. Oh my god, oh yeah! My Rosalia Coke. The thing with that is, it's coconut Coke and vanilla Coke. So I've been drinking Malibu and Coke to like reproduce approximately the taste of Rosalia. It's not the same. I also have a sirop de Monet in coconut. So it's like close-ish, you know? Close-ish. It's not the same thing, but close enough. Okay, let me look up IBC root beer. I wonder if it's like an American thing, so I've never had it. It might be. IBC soda. What is this? Oh, never seen that in my life. It might be American. There's a lot we don't have that you guys have. Hello, how's it going? How's it going? Bière d'épinette is fine. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. It's like a weird taste. It tastes like drinking pine tree, which is kind of funny and better than it sounds. I don't like cream soda very much. No. Worse. Worse is grape crush, guys. I don't know who decided that a grape soda was a good idea, but I think they should retire. It's no, it doesn't do it for me. What else? This is like a soda opinion stream now. Oh hi Samo, how's it going? I don't drink milk much either. I drink Pilk though, which is probably worse. I love my Mormon soda. I love Dr. Pepper with milk and lime and coconut. The whole thing, you know. I like sugar bombs. And yet I barely drink soda. So when I do drink soda, it's kind of a nuclear explosion of sugar in my mouth. Which is fine, which is fair. I like it. Another thing I like, it's Italian. It's called Brasileña. It's coffee Coke, basically. Or well, it's tonic water and coffee. Which is close enough to, like, coffee Coke? I know they've made coffee and Coke a couple times in the US and Canada. Every single time I love it. It's the right mix. It's hard to say. What the fuck do you mean, Bill? Yeah, drink. Milk. Like Pepsi and milk. It's a very usual punishment in, VTuber challenges and stuff. But personally, I like it. So it's not a good punishment. So that's why last time, for charity, I did Pepsi, milk, and hot sauce. And that was fucking disgusting. And then I spat it on my keyboard, and I short-circuited my keyboard for a full day. Don't try that at home, guys. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Let me have a sippy, and let's move on. Damn, what was it? Hunter's Noji, so he remembers. It was so embarrassing. We were playing Tarkov, as usual, and, like, I drink my pilk, I spit it out, and, like, my keys get all sticky and stuff, and then suddenly my W key doesn't work. And get this. I spilled my pilk because I threw it up around my right control key and my keyboard, my directional keys. And then my W stops working, and I'm like, what is this? I did not spit on the WASD. And then I started fucking around with the keyboard. I unplug it, I plug it again. It doesn't light up at all anymore. And then I was like, oh my god, the pilk with sriracha that I spat out in my D keys killed the whole fucking keyboard. So I let it out to dry, and then the day after it worked. But even to this day, if I didn't have any noise cancellation, you would hear me pressing my right alt right now. It's super sticky. It has not recovered from the pilk incident, which is, like, fair enough. That's on me. But it was for charity, so it was a good goal. Oh boy, here we go. The big questions. Hey Beryl, a question I always like to ask as it's very vague and fun to hear interpreted. Ultimately, why VTubing? Oh my god. I should have, like, prepped my answers for questions like these, because it's a big one. Why VTubing? It liberates you from the limitations of the flesh and allows kayfabe. For the ones who don't know, in wrestling, kayfabe is a term used to identify the disconnection from reality, the suspension of disbelief you would find when you watch a wrestling match. The bad guys are not the people they are in real life. They're the bad guys in the ring. The good guy could be an asshole in real life, but in the ring, he is the valiant patriot doing his best to beat the bad guy. You see a guy break his arm. It's wrestling. It might as well be real. The truth is, he's probably making a bunch of faces to look like he's very much in pain. But he's not. In kayfabe, he's in pain. In real life, he's acting. You see a guy bleeding. In kayfabe, it's because he got a hit so bad he started bleeding. In real life, he just ran a knife on his head when you were looking. That's what I like from VTubing. It allows you to play something else that is not who you are, and allows you to work with a medium that is not the human being. I know I'm a very open and actually not very immersive VTuber, I know that, but I like what it allows you to be a 3D drawing and like a 2D drawing. It's different. Yeah, you do lose some interactivity for sure, because, I mean, you're not a human person, you're limited to, like, the 2D plane unless you spend, like, 10k on, like, 3D trackers and motion tracking. Sure, that's a shame. But what else would let me be a bear with berry shaded hair and really big tits Not real life, man. Not real life. I'm just a weeb in that sense. It's fine. I like a little whimsy. I don't personally watch flush tubers. I don't think I've ever watched a streamer that was a human being. I guess cosplay. But cosplay is still... Yeah, I guess cosplay is the closest. I've never felt a need to cosplay, though. Because usually when you see cosplay, you see people be existing characters. VTubing is having an OC. Maybe that's different, because you can cosplay your OC. But it's not the same. Most cosplaying is existing franchises. This is making your OC and streaming. There's also the fact that, I like the medium of streaming and content creation, which is not the same as cosplay necessarily. Cosplay's a kind of content. Definitely. But VTubing incorporates more than that. With VTubing, it can be a streamer, it can be an idol, and it can be a let's player, but that's the same thing. I could do drama news if I wanted. You can be anything. It's just like an alternate self. Which cosplay isn't, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's why VTubing. Also, I guess I'm an ex-weeb, and I like character design, so VTubing felt right. It's like, it's LARPing. It's big LARP, you know? It's really just LARPing when you think about it. But LARPing on your own. It's like your own character. It's your own thing. Even if I barely roleplay when I do this. Yeah, ex-weeb, guys. Okay, I guess... Okay, what I mean ex-weeb, it's because when people look at me, they're like, yo, what anime or manga have you watched or like read lately? And I'm like, nothing. I don't read manga. I don't watch anime, guys. I am a VTuber in an anime style, but I don't kind of do any of that. It's hard, it's weird, because like, I can sing you the whole Nico Nico Juga Kumikyoku from like 2007 if you show me the lyrics, and I probably still remember it, but I don't have any interest in anime and manga anymore. It's the video games, I wouldn't say it's the video game side of things that always was more prominent, to be fair. Because my first big fandom was Toho Project, which is a video game franchise. And I know most people don't play the games as Toho fans nowadays, or they play the fan games, but I was very much into the official games and the official music. So like, the weeb stuff is video game stuff. Big Idol Master fan too. So like, my weeb self is like frozen in 2009, basically. And she hasn't grown past that. I'm just old as shit, basically. Do you have an official character sheet? Weewoo, I do have a sheet. Sorta. I have a sheet for my 2 models, and I have a official design for my commercial work. Because this model cannot be commercial, because it's technically a pre-made that's modified, so it would be weird rights-wise to do official shit with this exact design. So I made another design that can be commissioned properly without feeling kind of weird. So yeah, ex-weeb, I have Metal Gear autism now, which is not weebness. But also, it's just like with my Japanese animes. It's like, it's hard to say. There's something spiritually weeby about Metal Gear, but also very spiritually Hollywood, you know? It's a bunch of things at once, and I think that's what makes Metal Gear pretty cool too. But before I go on a tangent about Metal Gear, I'm gonna move on to the next question. What made you want to be a tiny toy when becoming a VTuber? Which model is a commercial friendly? The OG Beryl, the not elf, is commercial friendly. Okay, the way you could see this model is the stopgap between my 1.0 and my 2.0. Do I reveal who I bagged for my model? Do I reveal who I bagged for my 2.0? Today could be a good stream to reveal it. It could be funny. So you guys would know the model mama for the next one. So you'd be like, oh, what is she gonna look like in this person's style? I think it could be funny. Anyway, What made you want to be a tiny toy when becoming a VTuber? So basically, I knew I was gonna play shooters. I knew I like the military stuff. Like, okay, guys, my 600 hours on Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 and 3, 2022, 2023. Yes, I am tactical as shit. I'm aware of it. It's fine. But I didn't want to have such a drab and serious, like, appearance. So I was like, how can I have a military-ish vibe without being too bad? Because I do have a little cuteness in me. I'm not all doom and gloom. I'm not too serious. So I was like, how do I do military but cute? And I was like, toy soldier. Cue the Eminem song, you know? But like, I realized toy soldier was like the perfect in between. Because maybe it would signify to people that I'm not that much of a gun nerd. That failed. Or that I wasn't too serious and I wasn't like, oh, super war, you know? And that also kind of failed, but it was the right way to balance the kind of like edgy edgy things I like without being too glum, you know? So Toy Soldier was like the right balance between colorfulness and seriousness, basically. Have you ever played any sports? And if so, why was it ice hockey? I have never played any sports except for the fake-ass sounding sport that is kinball. And it was not ice hockey. Because the thing about ice hockey to all Canadians is it is so expensive to play. It is such it's such an investment. The equipment, the gas, so your parents have to drive you to the games, the skating lessons, everything. There is a relatively big cost of entry to ice hockey, and if we're gonna once again break the immersion, I'm working class. I never had the money as a child to do this. I couldn't do sports because my parents were too broke. I never did any music classes because we were too broke. So yeah, there's a premium to being a hockey player, basically. Because like, and when you're a child, you grow larger every single year, and then your gear has to be bought again every single time you grow too much. So it ends up being like pretty expensive to a lot of families, so barrier of entry, you know? Do you accept fan art? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have an art tag, which is Beryl Arsenal. It's in the description of both my video and my Twitter if you need it. And I accept everything. Well, okay. I don't accept everything. But, anything reasonable and normal is accepted, if that makes sense. Just don't do to NSW. Or if you do, don't show it to me unless a husbando is involved. That's my rule. That's it. Also, no truly weird stuff. Because like I say every single time, you can't really control how people start perceiving you as a VTuber. So if some really wild gooner wants to draw Beryl getting redacted, who am I to stop them? Who am I to stop them? I just don't need to see it though. So like, it's fine, but be discreet about it. Put in the art tag if you want. I'm gonna try to not look, you know, unless a husbando is involved. That's different. That's being a Yume Joshi, which I am kind of a little. So, yeah. Being a VTuber also allows you to be shameless like this, because nobody sees your real face. Wouldn't be half as shameless or as cringe if people could see me as a person underneath this. I love being cringe and free. It's just true. It is who I am. Kinball, c'est le meilleur sport ever. C'est toujours le fun d'être la personne qui omnikin. No, true though. Yeah, kinball was this fake-ass sport. Oh, Metala, thank you for the follow. How's it going? How's it going? So kinball was this sport where you got 3 teams. I think there was black team, blue team, and pink team. And it's kind of like a no ground touching ball sport where people have to keep a ball in the air, and when you forgot the rules, but it always involves someone like screaming Omnikin and like whatever the name of the next team was, and the team had to keep the ball in the air or something. When I say it was a fake ass sport, I mean it. That was offered by my school, and that's why I did it. Because I wouldn't have to be able to afford anything else otherwise. I only got in because my local rank had a program to give free gear and waive fees the first year. Yeah, I see how like free gear for a while would keep you coasted for a bit. Because hockey, so expensive. And yes, curling is goated, Outrun. I love curling. My parents are avid curling watchers, which kind of sounds silly, but they do be loving their curling. Every single year, they watch curling. All tournaments. The Tournoi des Coeurs, the Scotties, the men tournament, the women tournament, the Olympics, you know, all that. They're like curling heads. I don't like curling, but I was curious with being good at curling. How are you good at curling? All I know about curling is it needs like mad arm strength, which I would never have, I know it. Broncos win. Oh, so no Bills? No Eagles? Question mark? No Eagles, no Chiefs. What is gonna be this Super Bowl, man? We're getting like the wildest damn Super Bowl where none of the usual teams are gonna be there. But also none of my favorite teams are gonna be there. Which is kind of sad. At least we won't get a repeat of last year, which I'm all for. I was sick of seeing the same 4 teams at the Super Bowl every year. It was too much. Oh, let me zoom this a bit more. What is a common misconception people have about you as a VTuber? 1, like I said, weeb. 2, guns. Being Beryl Arsenal? Being named after a gun by accident meant that people thought I knew shit about guns. I don't. This is my confession. I've made it a million times by now. I still have to make it. No, I do not know guns. I couldn't tell you what the fuck the rail at the top does. I couldn't distinguish a foul from... I'm out of names. I just don't know, man. I play all these games, sure, but that doesn't mean I know anything about them. You know, how's it going? How's it going? I'm doing well. So yeah, I know what a stock is. I know what a barrel is. I know what a cylinder is. I know what a mag is. I know what a scope is. I know what a laser is. You know, like, I know the basics for sure. But when people are like, yeah, this exact type of ammo, and look at this, the scope on this thing, which mounts better than this other scope, and then there's a muzzle velocity, I'm like, what are you talking about? Okay, how's it going? How's it going? So yeah, I'm a very confused person when it comes to guns, but I think they're cool looking. And I think something like the MTS 255, very sexy. I like the wood. I like the barrel. I like the... Yeah, it's just funny because I'm Beryl and I know nothing about guns, including the barrel. So that's a big misconception, but that comes from my niche, you know, the games I play and what I look like, my concept. It led people to believe I was either in the army, ex-army, or knew about guns. And I got adopted by all the tactical tubers for sure. So there was this association, because I hung out with them, that I would know as much as them. No, I'm a baby, man. I play COD. That's all I'm gonna say. And I don't think playing more Tarkov is gonna help me understand more. I don't think it's something my brain could get around. But I'm getting smarter, though. I'm getting smarter now. Truly. I know more than I did 6 months ago, that's for sure. What part of being a VTuber surprised you the most once you actually started streaming? Ooh, puppeteering. Which is something I'm forgetting to do right now. So, for the lay people here, puppeteering is the way you move your model. Cause like, I could stream the whole time like this, you know? Talking to you guys like this, same voice, same expressions, same behavior, like, voice-wise. But you see how stiff my model is? You see how much I'm not moving? It's not fun to look at. But now, when I speak to people, I kind of move a little more. I shake my head. I have this weird habit of opening my eyes too. because of this model being like so jiggly-eyed. So puppeteering is the art of knowing how to pilot your model like it's a mecha. It's like crossing your arms when you need it, or like moving my goggles down, or like putting my expressions on, or like being really sad and showing in my model, or like being really happy and loving and showing my model, or being really disappointed. Stuff like that, you know? It's not something you think about when you start streaming as a VTuber, if that makes sense. 40 in French. Oh, 40. It's 40 in French is 40. Yeah, I do this thing where I don't have much of an inner monologue, you know that, but when I read numbers, I read them in French, even if the rest of the sentence is in English. So that's why when you hear me stream and I have to say a number, sometimes I blank for like a second and a half or two because I forget how to say the fucking number. So I'm gonna read something and be like, 5, 6, 7. No, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. Oh no. I didn't say that, okay? You did not hear. No. No. They were the first numbers that came to mind, which might say a lot about me. I'm not gonna lie. Do you guys forgive me for making an accidental 6-7 joke? I really hope you do, because, if not, I'm gonna end the stream now. If you could collab with any VTuber, who would it be and why? Okay. I have multiple answers for this one. The really, obvious reason. The obvious, answer is Min Fantôme, because she's my Kamiyoshi. You could ask, oh, why is Min Fantôme your Kamiyoshi? It's mostly because I feel like I'm skinwalking her by existing. And by that I mean she is an idol fan. She is an idol herself. She is a major Toho project fan. And she's also a Metal Gear Solid artist. Like me, apparently. Very, 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 very into Revolver Ocelot. And I'm like, oh, I'm turning into my Kamiyoshi. But listen, I vibe with her. What else can I say? She's very cool. She has a very sweet voice. She's an inspiration in so many ways. So she's like my dream collab by she's my Kamiyoshi principal. In smaller VTubers, it's Captain Camille and Kuromiya Lucien, who are the larger but still smallish indie VTubers who have mostly inspired me when I was in my first life. And even right now, really. Both of them do great things. Both of them are singers once again. Both of them have grown a lot since I've watched them in 2021, 22. So they would be cool, more reachable ones, because they're not corpos, you know, or super large indies. And other than that, musically, someone like Vicky Roman, because she's an enka singer. And for the ones who do not know, it's funny because she's in the same group as Minto, but enka is traditional Japanese folk. It has a very particular singing style, and I love that to bits. So a song with someone who has such a specific voice in VTubing. When I watched her debut, I was floored. Because enka is so good. And let's be real, how many people in Western VTubing know how to sing enka? Vicky now lives in Japan and studies enka singing with one of the master artists over there, which is insane amounts of dedication, which I love. And in general, in music, I love folk, guys. Folk music, whether it's Celtic, or it's Latin American, or it's Japanese, or it's Chinese, any trad folk, I love. In fact, I was talking to my music teacher today, And I was like, I would like to do some folk singing. And she was like, oh, cool. We could do some Lorena McKinnon. We could do some Enya. Because I'm a really, really, really big Irish folk fan. But not like, sea shanty type stuff. Not jigs and reels. Like the haunting, melancholic singing. Those breathy sopranos. Those like trad ballads, love those. It's always about like dying soldiers or like two sisters drowning each other or some shit, but it's good. Alright, it's 2:30 soon. Gonna shut down for a bit. Good night, Trank. You take care, you take care. I'll see you later. You gotta go get your sleep, it's okay. It's all good. So yeah. What would it take for you to ask Ming to collab? Okay, how do you even approach new friends you collab with? I can answer this because the chat is slow enough and I just finished my last question and it's relevant to this one. Basically, Minto has... she had 600,000 subscribers on YouTube? I think so. So for people like this, we're in like unreachable territory basically, unless I suppose you meet them as at a con or something. I know she hung out with Beasties, but even then Beasties were almost VChojo, the same way Min was also VChojo. You're in the realm of corporates there, so asking big names to collab is kind of unreachable, but smaller ones is just be a normal person and don't be too suffocating. Show them the value you could bring to a collab or anything, whether it's a song or a game thing. Some don't look at numbers too. I mean, when you look at Densetsu.x, like Minto has obviously way larger numbers than Phoebe and Vicky. Because they know each other. They were almost a unit together in VShojo. So like they don't really care that much about numbers. A lot of them don't care very much. I mean, look at Wishy and I. Wishy has a way larger number than me, obviously. But she's chill, and we play the same thing, and we vibe together. Because nobody ever came on too strong, and we met naturally, and that's how collabs happen. A lot of times, it's just be a normal person, socialize well, don't be too much, and if you guys vibe together, it can happen. It's really that simple. Which doesn't sound so simple, you know? But it is. It's... in my head it's common sense, but I guess it's not common sense to everyone, if that makes sense. But to me, yeah. No, I do not know Cole McGuinness only. I listen to more female artists in the folk realm, I would say. Is this institution of the worst they can say is no? Yeah, I mean, VTubing in general. VTubing anything. Business anything. Whether it's for cold calling a job, applying to your dream place, DMing some content creator, the worst they can say is no. The worst they can do is ghost you, because that's gonna happen sometimes. The worst they can say is no or ghost them. And ghost you. And if that happens, you just move on with your day. That's it. There's nothing else to do. But that goes for all business in real life and in content creation. Shoot your shot. Be cool. And if it doesn't happen, too bad, you move on. That's really what it is. Oh boy. Some call it situational. When I felt this collab with VTubers from specific nations to learn about this. Yeah, that too. You can, depending on the concept you have, some people do talk shows too, so they're gonna invite VTubers they don't necessarily know, but they bring something to the table. It's really about bringing something to the table and having the right sense of humor, so when you're on stream, you entertain all your guests properly. It's a dynamic stuff too. Because when you think about it, collabs, it's... I don't want to say it's like improv humor. It's kind of like stand-up, but also like there's something about group dynamics and collabs in VTubing. Like personally, I think when I do collabs, I don't really take the main role, but I have the tendency as a person to be more in the back when people are chatting. Not because I'm not a social person, but I'm more the type to add quips than lead the conversation. So someone could have a very different behavior solo and in collabs, and sometimes two people could maybe not mesh well in collabs together because the archetype of person they bring doesn't make a right dynamic. If nobody takes the lead, the collab's not gonna run very smoothly. So IDK, it depends, man. It's one of those things that really depends. That's why my first tip usually is do off-stream collabs before you stream collab on stream. Because I've had in my past life, I did a collab last minute with people because I had a charity event and people dropped out because they were like sick, I think. So I had a last minute edition. And among my guests, one of them had really playfully rude humor. You know, there's a bunch of them on the internet. But one of my last minute guests who agreed to replace the other person did not work with like playful rude humor at all, and you could sense the collab was going wrong, both the creators and the watchers, and that is the last thing you want. In this case, it was a last minute addition because it was a last minute person canceling, so like fair enough. But that's why get your vibe right, because when the vibe is off, the viewers know. Because if the creators react differently, the viewers will feel it. Trust me on that. Yeah, that kind of like low-key fucked up my friendship with that person. Because my guest was not nice enough to them, and yes, it was a case of unfortunate etiquette, but it was very much, it was an unfortunate situation all in all, because they offered to like go in, but then the other guest was kind of like not gelling well with them, so it ended early. You could feel the vibes were weird, but it is what it is, you know. So ever since that day, I found out you gotta vet your guests like crazy. You know, you gotta vet, you gotta know people, and that's why I barely do collabs now. I do very little collabs now, because I'm like, I would rather be on my own and be sure of the vibe than work with others and pray. And I don't really have that much extra time to be doing off-stream, just in case, right before. So I just kind of don't play with much people anymore. But I've noticed I like being a solo streamer because I like the games you play solo. I'm noticing I really like way more story-based games nowadays. I think playing Metal Gear awakened something in me. I mean, clearly it did that, but in terms of streaming. Cause when I streamed my past life, we have a question about past life too. When I streamed my past life, I would mostly play multiplayer games or like drop in, drop out, like session-based games like Euro Truck Simulator, Power Wash, Fortnite. You know, like multiplayer or like not story games. Because I was wary of doing story games when I barely streamed, because I was like, one game would take me 3 months to finish, and I wasn't like down for that. But then I started Metal Gear in October, and now I get the appeal of playing a game week in, week out, and progressing it. I am now a single player enjoyer again, after being a multiplayer enjoyer for like 10 years. It's crazy, man. I can't believe it. I am a new person. Thank you, Kojima. I'm gonna become like a K-tuber now. I'm gonna play like... I'm gonna be done with MGS. Yo, we're playing Snatcher, man. Done with Snatcher? Yo, we're playing Police Knots. Done with Police Knots? Yo, Zone of the Enders, man. We got material here. I always wonder, what do you mean with past life? You stream it in a different way? Oh. So past life in VTubing is basically the persona you were before this one. We have a question on that, which I will elaborate on again later. But it's basically the VTuber you were before, or your last existence as a VTuber or a flesh tuber, like your last identity, basically. Phantom Pain was so good. I'm so scared of Phantom Pain because I've seen it super long. And I was like, oh. Like, two months ago, I was like, oh, I'm never gonna play games over 20 hours because they're gonna take too long. And then I saw the average story length of Phantom Pain, which is like 50 hours. And now I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna spend so long on Phantom Pain. I'm so scared. 20 hours is 2 streams. Okay, a dark gamer. The thing is, my streams are on average 3 to 4 hours long. So, I would say a 20-hour-ish game takes me almost a month because I don't do single player more than twice a week, I would say. So, yeah. Phantom Pain is gonna take me a while. And I'm very excited for it because it looks like a refined version of Portable Ops. And a Peace Walker, I guess? So I'm like, oh, that looks kind of great. I'm very much looking forward to it. Phantom Pain has a weapon unlocked that takes offline hours to unlock. Oh, that's mean they time-gated things. But yeah, I'm very excited for Phantom Pain, and even more so for MGS4. MGS4, I bought all that shit, and we're gonna do it. Alright, we got an ad break, so I will get more water for like 3 minutes, and I will be back very soon. You guys take care, don't die, and don't go away. You guys gotta be there, else you're going to the gulag. Okay, be right back. Wow, we're back. I hope you guys had a great time drinking water, peeing, what in front of the screen, the usual. I had some good water, I pet my cat, I was told about the ending of the Broncos Bills games, and now I'm back. Yes, I have water, okay. I have water mixed with slightly dull leftovers of gamer subs from 3 days ago. So my water tastes just a teeny weeny bit chemical, Adds a little something, you would say. Alright, let me see. Next, why? I mean, my shaker was there. I was like, let me put water in it, and that was it. It's that simple, man. I was just down for slightly flavored water, but not too much. Assuming that the Admiral is the leader of the Berylandian Navy, the Not Elf being the leader of the Berylandian Army, is the Bear the leader of the Air Force? No, she's the leader of the Bear Force. The Bear Force is, the question that's like, would you rather fight a bear-sized duck or 100 duck-sized bears? Well, in this case, it's 100 bear-sized bears. That's the Bear Force. Simple as. Do we get dental coverage if we enlist the Berylandian Army? Yes, because with the amount of monsters you're gonna drink, you will lose those teeth real quick. There we go. Compared to most other VTubers, you're pretty chill about mentioning you had a PL openly on streams and socials. What's your thoughts on the general VTuber stigma regarding PLs and stuff like that? I wouldn't call it a stigma, first of all, necessarily. Because, like I was talking about earlier, there's something very important about the kayfabe of VTubing. The people who play characters. Like you guys know by now, I don't fucking play a character. Half of my shorts are about being from Quebec and not being from Beryland. I talk about the job I had before. I talk about my day outside of VTubing. I don't use cool lingo as a replacement for real life terms. Oh, PL is past life, Clemmy. So like you asked me about the past life earlier. Now, yeah, for context, it's important to know that in VTubing etiquette, you're not supposed to mention people's past lives openly. You're not supposed to say, oh, this VTuber was so obviously this other VTuber 5 years ago, or this graduated corpo VTuber is now XYZ. You're not supposed to do that necessarily in terms of etiquette. In some communities, it's a bannable offense. Yeah, I think that's a bit extreme personally, but I would say if a community is more oriented towards corpos. Because the thing is, when you look at lots of indies and lots of corpos, the big difference between indies and corpos is the corpos play a character much more diligently than most indies do. It's like, let's look at a very immersion-based indie, Min Fantôme. She doesn't refer to a job as a job. She's not always gonna use real-life terms to describe how her life is going. She has lore-based vocabulary to talk about herself, which is immersive, Because she's a ghost in a maid cafe. She's not a streamer, if that makes sense. She's a character. She plays a character. So when you play a character, I'm like, I understand not wanting to associate your past life and your current life, because you are a specific someone. You're in kayfabe, which someone like me is not. I'm just me playing a bear, not elf toy thing. I do have lore and stuff, but I'm not in character like 24/7 when I stream, which I think is the difference. And I think that's why I'm happy to be talking about my past life, and I like to talk about my past life because not a lot of people do it. So it's nice to see the experiences. I like to share them. I like people to hear the perspective of someone who's had multiple lives, since it's taboo-ish to talk about it. But I mean, I would say it's the creators, it's on the creator to decide if they want to talk about it or not. But within viewers, there's definitely a stigma. I'm not sure if there's one between creators as much, but between viewers for sure. Like, don't say this person was this person before, you know? But for me, I'm like, I'm happy to talk about the perspectives in multiple lives and go a bit deeper about the VTuber stuff going on. Like, I like to talk about the ins and outs of the culture with people who might not know about it. And corpos also have NDAs, yeah. So, like, viewers won't get in trouble if they say anything about past lives, because, they're not the ones who signed the NDAs. But definitely, the talents can't really talk about their lives, because it's literally an offense in their contract. So you can't really do that. There's some exceptional cases like Doki Bird, but I mean, Doki was... the whole Doki thing was a fucking shit show, so, like, can't really blame her for talking about her past life there, you know? I'm on her side. Legit. I feel like it's kind of like face reveal. You can Google most popular VTuber and get them, but it won't show themselves on screen. Yeah, it's kind of an open secret to most people who they are in the past. It's just like... it's a matter of perspective and also different standards, because obviously VTubing in Japan back then wasn't the same kind of streaming as streaming here. There's still a lot of differences between the streamers that you can tell mostly watch Western streamers and the VTubers who watch the Japanese ones, or like idols, or like idol-like VTubers. That's a different kind of sphere. I kind of like being in the middle. Sometimes I feel like I lean too not immersive enough. Thank you for the biz, Luciana. I very appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I feel like I'm not immersive enough sometimes. I would want to work on that, I think. Canada has extremely strict laws about information protection that help your law. Yeah, I can imagine, yeah. Because, like, yeah, it's a Japanese company, but then you're dealing with overseas talents, so it's a whole lot of, like, legal messes there. Hello, Havoc, thank you. I can't believe we hit 1K in, like... Okay, so I debuted in July and then didn't stream for, like, almost 3 months. So in 2 months of... in 1 month of full-time streaming... 1 month of consistent but not full-time streaming... and 2 months of sporadic streaming, we've hit 1K. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Thank you. Okay. What made you choose a beer? Oh, a bear. Nice question, Iron Bullets. So, the reason why I'm a bear is, very specific. Not a beer, I'm not a beer, I'm a bear! Let me open another... Let me open another window. Incognito. I'm gonna show that one, because I don't want to show my name or whatever the fuck. Beer Trooper. Isn't there someone whose thing is kind of like beer? Pretty sure there's a streamer who's like that. How do I show a browser without doxing myself? Okay, I'm gonna close this for now and get what I wanted. I need a Chrome profile that's like not showing real stuff anywhere, basically. Okay, I just need to get the photo of my favorite gacha character. I'm not a big gacha game player, you guys know that, but I fucking love Arknights, man. And a lot of you might know where I'm going if this is about me being a bear and talking about Arknights. Okay. There she is. Getting there soon, guys. Soon. Is a webp working in OBS? Rumba, how's it going? Yeah, I could go for a beer now. I have a what they're called, a Newcastle Brown in my fridge right now. Okay, so here's the reason why I'm a bear. You see this bad bitch there? It's funny because she has a beret too, but meet Estina. She is a traumatized PTSD middle schooler bear who's unfortunately led her friend to her death, and now she needs a shit ton of therapy because she is, yeah. Also, she's not Russian, okay? She's from Terra. She is a nurse from Chernobog, but she's not Russian. I know her book says Marxism, Leninism on it, but she's not Russian. She's from Ursus. She's not Russian. So yeah, one of the okay, she's not the sole reason why I'm a bear, but basically, the Ursus girls are my favorites in Arknights. Arknights is a gacha game I was very much addicted to. I love it. It's my favorite. I dropped it because too much money spent. I dolphined and it was bad for my mental health. But yeah, the Ursus girls are my absolute faves, and Istina very specifically is my favorite. And I was like, oh my god, I need to be a bear again. Because also, yeah, and also she has voice lines with Russian in them, so she might as well be Russian. I mean, their faction is called USS G-Man. Yeah, they're Russian, you know. Hello, Ren, thank you for the Lord, very appreciate it. So, yeah. Istina, and she's called Istina, like, come on, her name is Russian, too. She's called, like, Anna Morozova or something, which is mad Russian. So, like, Istina, Rosa, Gummy, oh my god, there's a cannibal Russian bear middle schooler, poor girl. Yeah, the lore of the Children of Ursus, event is horrific. And low-key, that's what I like about it's not cannibalism because they want to. It's cannibalism as a last resort. So yeah, great game. This event was not for the faint-hearted, but yeah, they're the reason why I'm a bear. And also, bears are like Russian as fuck, and like, it's funny because I'm listening to Batushka right now, so I'm listening to music in Russian, but I'm not like a Soviet boo. But I like the aesthetics, and I play Slavjan games, so it felt right to be a bear when some of the games I play are weirdly Russian, you know? It's fitting, and anyway, when Beryl was created, she was almost a bear. I kind of drifted away from the bear thing when I made Beryl as the not elf, but she was planned to be a bear, hence the Beryl name. It was one of the 4 puns with my names, basically. Say something in Québécois. Oh, what do I say in Québécois? Hostie de calice de tabarnak? Hostie de calice de vierge? That is Québécois indeed! Gacha game looks inside a truly depressive story. Yeah, I love my super depressing gacha games. They're very much something. I love them. Terra Group fares a militarized bear tuber. Yeah, I'm a bear tuber. It's who I am now, and it's because of characters like her. She's kind of a nerd. She's kind of like she's low-key kudere, and I like my kuderes. I think it's very cute. And I like braids and character designs. I like beret and character design. And guess what Elfril has? Not Elf Beryl has braids, and she has a beret. Look at this bitch right there. She has a braid and she has a beret. Haha. Haha. I had a vision when I made Beryl. And it was low-key Ursus student self-government group. Do you like honey? Yes. My favorite cake, one of my favorite cakes is the Medovik cake, which is, once again, Russian, and it's a honey cake. That cake is so good. It is such a good cake. I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm feeling hungry thinking about it. And your favorite is Med? My favorite drink is not mead, Med. I forgot how it's pronounced. My favorite drink is... What's my favorite drink? I said like Pepsi earlier. I drink a lot of water. But I like kompot. Is that something? I think that's something. Alright, let me go back to... Actually, let me remove this bear out of the way and bring back the questions. Was this the source? Yes. I drink compote. Oh, what kind? What kind? This bitchin' restaurant far from me, which I love, makes compote with cranberries and raspberry. Oh, I could go for that right now. I should make compote myself. Cherry? Oh, that's gotta be so good too. I love cherry anything. A friend of ours brought over a rum cake made with real Caribbean rum, and you could smell the rum coming off the cake. Oh, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great. No! I reloaded my page by accident. How the fuck, man? Okay, oh, I clicked on the question. I didn't want to do that. Let me see my questions. Okay, what is your favorite games you played on stream? Oh, I mean, okay, in my, I don't know how many months of streaming, I've played Battlefield 6, Dead by Daylight, Warzone, Tarkov, and Metal Gear Solid. So I can't say I have a lot of choices, game-wise, for this question. And even if I include my past life, I didn't play much, so, my favorite game I play on stream is Metal Gear Solid. Did you expect anything else? Did you? Because every time someone's like, oh, how did you like this Metal Gear game you just finished? Every single time I'm like, it wasn't Metal Gear Solid 1, but it was good. So yeah, Metal Gear Solid 1 is the GOAT. I think there's something about MGS1, guys. Is it the art direction? Is it the low polygons? Is it the soundtrack? Oh, the soundtrack. I started Twin Snakes last night by myself. I also rage quitted Twin Snakes after 2 hours. The soundtrack in MGS1 PS1 has so much sauce. The meaty low choirs. Oh, man. I need to pull out that song. I forgot the song it is. Oh my, it's basically the song that plays when you're not being chased. The normal walking around song in the first few rooms. There's like this meaty male choir in the back. It sounds very eerie. It sounds very... You could hear that in the RPG and it would make sense. I think it's the PS1 of it all that actually contributes to the game. Because when you go to Twin Snakes, that's made to look like MGS2, sorta. It's duller in colors? Sure, it's higher res, but it has no sauce in comparison. You got the cold blues and purples and cyans in MGS1 PS1, which you don't have in Twin Snakes as much, and I'm like... I don't want to say it's soulless, no, it's just different. But I think MGS1 made up for the lower graphics. I mean, at the time it was very pretty, but nowadays, the graphics being low res are totally made up by the fact that the art direction of MGS1 is fucking batshit insane on PS1. And that is so important! And that is one of the reasons why MGS1 is so good. The atmosphere was unmatched. And MGS2, Arsenal gear was great. But the big shell kind of pissed me off. And I didn't like the atmosphere as much, or the mood as much, or the direction as much. MGS3 was actually pretty bitchin'. But it did not have the atmosphere and the art direction of, once again, MGS1. So yeah, you could say my favorite game on stream was MGS1. Very basic pick, I know, but it's basic for a reason. It's because it's fucking good, man. This is how you get the Mindo collab. No! A Mindo collab would be, a disaster. Seeing how we both are over Ocelot. It would... No, that would be apocalyptic. Bad idea, man. Bad idea. What would be your dream vacation? Oh my god. Oh, that's... Oh. So... Thank you, Bullets, for the meow. For starters, I don't like the beach. I don't like water. I don't like being warm. No, it's true. I don't like being super warm. I don't like. I don't like sand. Well, no, I like sand. I don't like water. I don't like beaches. I don't like the sun. I don't like what people usually like on vacation. So, a dream vacation would be something like the Chilean mountains in China. It could be going back to Germany. It could be going somewhere in Eastern Europe, bro. It could be going to Ireland. It could be going to Edinburgh. Anything but the beach. But really, a place I want to go to is Joshua Tree. Or like Arches. Or like the Navajo Desert, Monument Valley, the Grand Canyon. I want to be in the American Southwest, bro. Which is fucking funny, because I'm in North America. So why am I not there? Because I don't have a passport. I cannot leave my country, man. Because I'm a weenie who doesn't fly. Hello, Pokelopes. How's it going? How's it going? So yeah, weenie who doesn't fly wants to go on vacation and does not. That's kind of how it is. So the dream vacay would be going back to Bavaria, or American Southwest, or somewhere in China for sure. Borobudur in Java in Indonesia. Okay, so a bit of context for this is when I was a kid, I played this video game. It was called Super Buster Bros. Or Buster Bros. If you know that one, it's Pang. You know that video game about popping balloons? Yes, Zion too. All the nat parks down there. I'm like, oh, I want to go so bad. So there was this video game I played as a kid. It was like Pang was popping balloons, and the concept of the game was little characters going on the world tour, popping balloons in various places on Earth. It was usual landmarks across the world, and the pixel art for that game was fucking crazy. So it kind of made me yearn as a child for like a bunch of random ass places in the world, like big churches or like temples or like natural wonders. So because of that game getting to my psyche when I was like 5, I have all these places I want to go to, even if they're random as fuck. I'm like, I want to go there because I played this as a child. If it helps, Beryl is flying is statistically the safest form of transportation. Get this, I'm also scared of cars. I'm also scared of boats. I'm also scared of trains. I'm cooked, man. I mean, I've flied in the past for sure. It's just, I mean, it's obviously biased in the news because we always hear about the bad plane crashes. We don't hear about normal flights going well. Obviously, yeah. I'm not scared of walking though, which is funny. I don't know how to ride a bike. Like I said, guys, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I just don't know how to write them, so, not the same. Okay, let me make the questions, put them here, because the chat is getting really big. Okay. You didn't want to click. Okay, there we go. Next question. Beryl longs for Star Trek transporters, dead ass. And that would be perfect. If you were to learn another language, what would you choose? It can be a code scripted language, can be fantasy, or just normal like Japanese, German, Danish. Up to you. German. And I want to finish Mandarin. I did do Mandarin classes in uni, and then I left uni because I was like, oh, Asian studies is not giving me a job. And I was like, let me go do graphic design instead, because that has so many jobs. That did not pan out well. So yeah, German, Chinese. If I could, I would learn everything. But German, Mandarin, big ones, I would say. Because I like the sound of both, and they're both useful. It's that simple. And I want to go back to Germany, and I want to go to China. It's very simple reasons, very logical reasons. I'm just really bad at languages. Oh. It's because I learned English without learning English, and I'm a native French speaker, so I never learned the language. So learning a language is really weird to me. Going, hello, how's it going? How's it going? I learned French in high school to try and pick up girls. My return on investment was not great. Oh my god. You were one of those. Thank you, Irma. Thank you. Thank you. We did a lot of work. I say we because I wouldn't be at 1K without you guys too. It's serious. It's very serious. It's a group thing. But yeah, I'm already like halfway past 1K. By the time I did this, I had a couple shorts really go off. Did it translate to CCV? Not necessarily, but I've accepted that in the way I'm doing my content creation. While streaming, getting people on Twitch is my final funnel, the content I make does not translate to watchers on stream. And that's going to be even more of a thing if I start doing the singing, because singing does not translate to people watching your streams, obviously. I've accepted that content creation is a multifaceted thing, and that having numbers on stream is not the be-all end-all, even though I almost wish it was. Because back in the day, that's what I believed. I was like, I'm streaming to have more people in streams. But now I'm realizing, my shorts are scripted funny stuff. It's not stream stuff. If I make music, I'm not going to be singing on stream every day. So the content I'm making does not translate to people watching me play games, and I'm fine with that now. That's growth. That's one thing you have to figure out with streaming. What's your end goal? Does that mean you're gonna have people watching you day in, day out? Not necessarily. But depending on what you want to do, that could be just fine. Yeah, that was my tangent on content creation. If not elf, why elf-shaped? Elf ears look good. Fairy ears look good. Pin's not here, so let me defend knife ears as the ultimate shape of human ear. That simple. I love bear ears too. I wish I could do bear and knife ears. Would that look silly? Maybe? Can I be stopped? No. So perhaps I would do knife bear for my 2.0, because who's gonna stop me? My model artist? No. I've seen them do 4 ears on people, like cat and knife. So, or it was fox with knife ears. I think one of my future siblings is a knife ear with fox ears. So knife ear with bear ears, it works. I'm still tempted to lick my model mama. It's so tempting, guys. I feel like I shouldn't, but I want to, because I want you guys to be excited with me. Because I'm on a wait list. I gotta ping them again soon. I have to finalize my design. Oh my god. Because since I'm making my own design, I have to decide when I'm done with it. I'm not gonna change it, because I have to choose a permanent look and commit to it. And you know how hard that is when a model is like $4,000? Very hard. Very, very hard. Because I'm gonna want to revise my model for sure. But I can't do that. Because once it's drawn, that's what you got, man. You gotta deal with it. You can't have any single little detail have you like, I should have done something different. Because then it's gonna suck. So I need to finalize my design. And ping my mama again to be like, oh yeah, I'm ready to pay $1 billion. Thank you, please work. It's very exciting, and I will need a donathon to go with it, but that's gonna be exciting too. I have plans for a donathon. I have fun stuff, so it can be like, can you guys give me money so I can have an even cooler model? Which feels selfish, but also that's kind of how this works if you're not a corpo. You can't really pull out $500,000 out of your ass overnight. Unless you have a really scary good job, which is not me, because I don't have a job. Hello, thank you. How's it going? I personally really like the concept of you having different versions of models, but I understand the need to have a definitive model. Well, my definitive right now is the not elf. But I want a definitive bear too. and 2.0 is the definitive bear, basically. So in official materials, not elf will always be able to exist. But 2.0 is gonna be a merge of 1.0 and 1.5, which you see right now, basically. She's like the ultimate form, if that makes sense. So maybe she's gonna be Knife Bear, just so I can have both at once. If you could have any job in the world other than the VTuber ring, what would you be / choose? Oh my god, I would have been a history researcher, like in academia. Like, not a teacher, just the research part. Please pay me to read dry-ass history books and write papers, and I would be so happy. I would be thrilled. I was very much, extremely unstable when I was in college, for reasons out of my control. But at the same time, as far as studies went, I was never happier. I was so happy doing history. I'm one of those people whose things was history, art, literature, music. So like nothing that pays. Everything that makes you need to be a teacher to practice it. But I did not want to be a teacher, so I just dropped it. And I became a graphic designer, which doesn't pay either. But you know, it is what it is. So yeah, being a history researcher, like just the research part and not the teaching part, which realistically is not a thing, because every history person who does research in academia is also a teacher, because that's how it works. I would love to do research. Which leads into my biggest nerdy hobby do I think I have. Oh, hello, Pika. Thank you for the follow. How's it going? My biggest nerdy hobby is history, indeed. I am, probably not a surprise to anyone who's been on my channel. Probably in line with the rest of the community, but I am a currently massive Weimar era nerd. I have read books and books. I guess that ties into me wanting to learn German. But books and books and books, not in a red flag way, of how Weimar Germany fell and why it fell. Which feels oddly relevant nowadays, if you ask me. So I think it's very important to read and to understand and see the patterns and study. Stuff like that. Yeah, women be reading. I am reading the driest, most nerdy, pointiest, specific books you can imagine. Like, this one book on specifically homosexuality in 1920 Germany or something. You know, the kind of book that only interests the nerdiest of nerdy people, that's been printed like 1,000 times, and a single copy is like $200 on Taylor Francis or whatever the fuck they're called. You know, like the university publishers. That's the kind of things I read. I also have a book on it's the translated diary letters of Oda Nobunaga, who is a 16th century Japanese warlord. I have his letters translated to English. That kind of stuff. So yes, very fucking nerdy. Extremely nerdy. Like the nerdiest of all nerds. That's how nerdy I get, I think. Yeah, behind everything, I am such a history nerd. But obviously, history crosses into politics rather frequently, especially if you study modern history. So I don't talk about it very much. I've had very suspicious usernames follow me on Twitch, and I'm like, I don't want to attract fascists on my channel, bro. This is where I'm getting political. I just don't want to have obvious 1488s on my channel. Come on, like, please. I've seen them. I've had some very suspicious well, it didn't happen that often, but I've had really suspicious follower notifications sometimes. And I'm like, this is not what I want to cultivate. Look at my LGBTQ safe space stack. Come on, please, get out, you know? Yeah, so that was my rant. I want human decency in these ranks, please. Beryland likes people. Beryland likes humanity. I want things to be fine. Also, hi Pineapples, how's it going? How's it going? I think it's why I preach positivity thing too, because I would like peace on earth, man. Is that achievable? Debatable. I don't think so. But I would like, so I cultivate a space where people can feel fine. It's that simple. Beryl reading history books to us stream went, oh, that would be pretty funny. That would be, but once again, politics. And it's just, there's too much overlap between history and politics. I don't talk about it too much unless it's super duper fucking old. Like, so old we're retired from the context. But I do like Babyface is asking, I do like, can I say World War II? You're saying World War II too boring. Am I that person? I would be that person. Fine, I like World War II. Because I like studying history. I like studying the sociological aspects of history. And man, did World War II have a lot. Because I did like sociology classes when I was in college too. I'm one of those people. I don't like the war part of it. I like studying the humanity of it, or lack thereof. Definitely lack thereof. So, yeah. Life is going merry right now, ups and downs, but doesn't matter, because how are you doing? I'm doing good, Pineapples. Thank you, thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Also, Havoc, I saw what you said about consultations or like teaching. I will ping you back on that. Medieval center infrastructure is a fascinating subject. Yo, fancy lettuce. I had a teacher in uni whose master thesis was on the medicine of Vietnam in the 19th century specifically, I think. And I was like, this is so niche, man. I love when like history teachers have like the most niche master's thesis imaginable. It's like, who's doing this? Who's like, they went out of their way and studied the smallest fucking thing, man. They found their sources. They probably had to go there, because who is publishing about woodworking in Laos, in Canada? Nobody. Yeah, I was in Asian studies, so my teachers had very, very niche kinds of like master's degrees and stuff, and master's theses. It was always like the smallest, most specific things they studied, and I found that so fascinating because it's so much work. Just finding papers to read for my major was a nightmare because my uni proxy did not give me access to much papers because I'm not in the US. So it was rough, but it was fun. I love the history of the science of warfare, all the advancements to the human element born of war, decrepit. I know, yeah. I like how we understand each other here. We all like the study of it, but not the thing itself. So yeah, the nerdiest thing. I am a far gone history nerd. It is a thing, and I'm probably sure it's because I was playing Age of Empires 2 when I was like 7 years old. Listen, I was 7 playing Age of Empires. That's what happens to the brain when you do that. And then I was reading those books on like, yeah, castles and medieval warfares when I was in primary. And I was like, whoa. In other words, how war resulted to the abomination of a condiment that is banana ketchup. Not too much on banana ketchup, man. That makes mad good spaghetti. The Filipinos are right. Banana ketchup rules. And I will defend them on that. What is your favorite kind of food? Oh, speaking of food. Ooh. Are we talking like cuisines in general? Chinese food, man. Okay, that's super vague. There's like 7 types of food and cuisines in China, but like Sichuan, Southern Chinese, Northeastern. I like Chinese food no matter the region, basically. Chinese food is fucking based. I love Chinese food. It's so good. Also, Indian food. I need the food to be an assault on my senses. Therefore, I like Chinese a lot. And Indian a lot. And I'm really liking post-Soviet food, I guess. I never know what to call it. I don't want to say Russian food to a food that's not Russian. That would make me feel bad. But like Eastern European, I guess. Because I'm noticing it's like Eastern European food has a lot in common with Quebecois food in some ways. It might be a similar climate thing. So like we both have a lot of potatoes and onions, but they have extra spices there, which I love, like pinmini, Napoleon cake, borscht, I really like, yeah, Eastern European too. Pierogies, it's comfort food, man, for me. You handle spicy food well, extremely well. I handle food, I am a white woman who handles spicy food like nobody's business. You would think I'm spicy white, but I'm not even spicy white. I'm French, and I don't like French food or Italian food. I don't like West European foods. Okay, the thing is, I don't like tomato-based sauces, which is kind of a problem with Italian, Spanish, sometimes French. I like British food. I like British food. I do. Atrocities, an affront against modern gourmet cuisine, maybe. But give me a fish and chips. Give me what's those fucking the meat and egg and in the breading. Oh, what's it called? Fuck. I do like mashed pea gravy sludges. What is this? Oh my god, I forgot what it's fucking called. Egg. British food. Scotch egg. I love Scotch egg. Also, I don't mind pizza, but it depends on the sauce. Also, hi, Greenling. It's like... yeah, it depends, man. I like tomatoes when it's coulis tomate or it's fresh tomatoes, but I don't like tomato sauce, so I don't like most pasta. I do like margarita pizzas, though. You gotta do scrandle every stream, it would be fun. Dude, scrandle is I love footy scran. I'm a football fan and a British food enthusiast. I may be a chav in spirit, and I'm fine with that. It is who I am. I used to self-tan like a bitch. What do you mean sauce? There is different sauce? Well, I mean, sometimes there's like white sauce. Like fettuccine alfredo is not the same kind of sauce. Like tomato-based sauce, I don't fuck with. But if it's like oil pasta or like white sauce pasta, that's fine. It just, I'm super picky with tomato kind of stuff. Hi, Corliss, how's it going? How's it going? And thank you for the coffee fee, Greenling. Very appreciated. Was that the note if I heard? Maybe. So yeah, favorite kind of food is the blow up your guts kind of food, I guess. But it doesn't blow up my guts so bad. I'm actually really lucky with food. I have an iron stomach, which will probably crash and burn the moment I enter my 40s. Which is not close, but still. So much coffee and an empty stomach. So much spicy food. My future's looking bleak, man. Real bad. Do you have a favorite type of weapon in games? Like rifle, handgun, explosives, or maybe something like a knife? How obvious? How's it going? How's it going? I like pistols in games. Clearly, it's funny because they're not the best weapons in all games, but you see my Glockzillas in Tarkov? You guys know I have like 10 different Makarovs? There's something about a pistol and a revolver and small guns, you know? They're like kind of swagged out. Sleepy, oh, play sleep if you need to. Yeah, pistols are fun. They're... Yeah, there's something about it. Snipers. I like them small or very large, I guess. Yeah. Can I talk about the MTS 255? The sexiest gun I have seen in my life. It is a revolver shotgun and it looks great. It's probably garbage, but oh mon dieu, it looks so good. It looks so good I said oh mon dieu instead of oh my god. It's... Yeah, it looks good, man. Hello, Mr. Grey Browden. How's it going? How's it going? Pistol is the only kind of... Also, hi, Nyarze. How's it going to you too? Pistol are the only kind of weapons that work on VR. Long guns are horrible in comparison. I can imagine, yeah. Yeah, I also like big explosives. Always cool to see things go boom and bang. I do have bang written on my shirt for a reason. The soldier thing, also it's a funny pun. It looks suspicious to have bang on boobs, I guess. But it's funny to me because I have the humor of a 12-year-old. I am not 12. I am very, very old. I'm a hag. But I have the sense of humor of a child. And it's fine. That's why I like seeing graphic tees on like VTuber models. Like, doesn't Hako Bells have graphic design, like a graphic logo on her tee? I think so. Rose Doodle also has one. This was based on Rose Doodle. I saw her model. I was like, I would like a graphic tee on my model. And now here I am. I have writing on my model now. I think it's nice to see on designs, you know? And also, it's a very bouncy kind of... Yeah, the physics on this model are very, very something. Yeah. Couldn't change that. It's just how it's made, you know? Admirala has fatter tits, but less physics. This one is just jiggly. I mean, the whole thing is jiggly when you look at it. Like, I'm moving. This is the trace of a very jiggly model overall. But it's fun for just chatting, because then I'm moving and stuff. So yeah, pistols and big guns. Is Blondrill single? I suspect Trank sent this. And Trank went to bed. Man. So nope. Blondrill is not single. Because of Revolver Ocelot. Sorry. It is what it is. She's out of the market, boys. Too bad. What made you choose the toy soldier concept for your VTuber model? We talked about that earlier. And that was the last question. This was the last question. What a terrible question. What an unserious question to end on. Yeah, she's not. Blondrill is not available because she's busy being a Yume Joshi over a sadist. With major problems, who is 50 years at least her elder. Damn. Congrats on the 10th streak, Corliss. Very happy to see you here. Any plans in the near future for a merch drop? I have a patch coming. Merch drop is kind of in a tizzy right now because Beryl is not a real design, technically. I have a patch coming for Not Elf, because she was my OG. It's been in the works for months, so the bear wasn't even existing when I made the patch. And, since 2.0 Beryl would be coming at the end of the year, I don't want to do a merge drop, like, mid-year, and then another merge drop in 6 months, you know? That's mad money. I want to do a merge drop for the debut of the new model, basically. When it's done, which is who knows when. Can you say who the patch is being done through? Okay, the patch is done by PK, because PK came to me like, yo, I want to make a Beryl patch. And I was like, cool! Let's do it! I've never done, like, any merch in my life. But he just came up to me like, yo, I want to make a Beryl patch. Free of charge. I just draw and we gamble on that. I was like, oh my god, you're gonna lose money, man. I have no fans. So it was a gamble on his hand, but like he knows I'm a good friend of Crunch, and Crunch is a good pal of him and mine. So he was like, "Oh, I want to do a patch for you." I was like, "Yay!" So like, yeah, I didn't put anyone in that patch because he graciously offered making the design for me. So you know, very cool. So yeah, the patch is coming one day. He's had some troubles obviously lately, so it's been probably delayed, but it's gonna be there one day. It's in the works. We also have something going on with Jenkins right here. Very early planning, but still, it's a thing. It's on the way, possibly. We don't know when exactly, but it's gonna happen. Probably. So yeah, the merch plans right now are in very formal because I'm between designs basically. So anything that comes out is gonna be current, like, not Elf Beryl. My stuff should be ready for debut closer to end of the year. Okay, if it's ready for debut, I could also show you my new design, though it's not finalized. So it could be ready for my 2.0, so it wouldn't be the marksman. We can talk about it, really. I haven't finalized my new design, but it's mostly done. It's mostly done, you know? It's not gonna change, like, severely by then. And I know it's Jenkins, you're pretty early in the merch thing, so we might have the time. When can you get a collab with 3M and get official not-elf contact IVs? It's funny you're saying that because I have my YouTube questions now. And you won't believe what the first question is. The YouTube question number 1 is, wait, how do the fucking headphones work? Wouldn't they depress the elf ears? Do they have elf ear cutouts? Everyone knows my elf ears, which are not real elf ears because I'm not an elf. Okay, need to be important. These questions were asked in a short where I was marksman, not elf Beryl. So the model questions are about her and not this. Yes, I still have the pick pin, man. Yeah, the one and only. The reason why my elf ears show, not an elf, but the reason why my elf ears show when I have headphones on is because I'm using contact IVs. Contact 4s are around ear headsets. You guys all know by now. I've been asked this like a billion times by now, and I've showed them on stream a billion times too. But yeah, this is why the knife ears show. These are cool as fuck, and it can still be a knife, so I'm happy. Very satisfied with contact 4s. Alright, question 9. I'm going to show them on both browsers now. What are some of the challenges of being a VTuber? Oh, the amount of work you gotta do by yourself. I mean, that's an indie thing, but having to do my marketing, do all my shorts, make all my thumbnails, make my overlays, make my alerts, find my music, set up my OBS, upgrade my PC, download games, contact people for art, budget myself, taxes. Yeah, it's very much a self-management thing. It's you are your manager, so you have to do so many things by yourself, and I'm very lucky to have marketing knowledge and graphic design knowledge, because that cuts down my VTubing budget by like 75%. It helps a lot. Yeah, shout out to my last job for giving me 65 gigs of RAM. So I won't need RAM for a bit, and I am so grateful. My CPU and MOBO are suffering though, so I'm gonna be fucked very soon, I think. Yeah, we'll end up doing a fundraiser for upgrading my PC, because my PC's from 2021, I think, or 2022, and with the MOBO and CPU starting to be a little out of date, those are like the two things that signify you need a whole new build. But with the price of everything, I'm like, is it even worth upgrading? If I upgrade, I'm gonna need DDR5, which means I'm gonna need new RAM. Am I gonna throw away in this economy 64 gigs of DDR4 just because I want to upgrade. No. 64 gigs right now must be worth a shit ton. And with the price of everything, I would rather just keep on trucking with this mid-ass build. Maybe I could buy an oldish CPU, oldish MOBO, but still fresher than what I have. The only upgrade I would recommend is finding a pre-build that hasn't been adjusted for the new RAM prices. Yeah, basically, I have a local pre-built kind of shop not far from here. Well, no, it's kind of far, but anyway, locally-ish, there's a pre-built or a custom-built PC store. So it's not pre-built, but it's not build it yourself. So I think that's my best bet. So I gotta look around. I don't think I'm gonna upgrade soon because I did MacGyver a dual stream setup on my work laptop and this gaming PC. So for games like Battlefield 6, I've been dual streaming and now I have a capture card, so I have low latency on dual, but it's not ideal. So I think I'm fine for now. And now there's an ad break, so I will see you guys in 3 more minutes because I'm not doing Q&A during an ad. So I have to aim for and grab one of them X3 chips. Yeah. I gotta see. Thing is, no one knows how much RAM will cost in the future. Yeah, we're just kind of cooked, man. Alright. BRB, guys, in like 3-ish minutes, and we will be back. We are back. What was I doing? What are we talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about MacGyvering a dual PC setup. So what I did, for the ones who don't know, so I have my PC. I had a work laptop. I have one of those borderline military grade Lenovo ThinkPads made for like architects. So you know, like it's a ThinkPad, but it's like 19 inches. It's like 2 inches thick. It's like 32 gigs of RAM, a good CPU, and actually a graphics card in it because it's made for like AutoCAD and Revit. So it's one of those work PCs, like those beefier work laptops. So okay, I can't really game on that much, but it has a good CPU and a decent amount of RAM, which is good for the streaming part of dual streaming. So I use my main PC as the game PC, because I mean it has a 3060, it has a good CPU, it has a 64 gigs, and I use my laptop for OBS, VTube Studio, etc, etc. And I didn't have a capture card until this month. So what I did was, there is a trick you can do where if both your PCs are on the same network, Ethernet cabled, same IP, you can create a source in OBS that is gonna act as what is sent to your other PC. So my game feed is sent through my IP to my streaming PC that is then sending to Switch. There's mad latency on that even if you're wired, unfortunately, but it works without a capture card, which is amazing. Now I have a capture card though, so I don't really need that way anymore, but I can keep the dual PC for sure. It might be good for like beefy games. I got here from the swearing video, script side mere seconds after finishing the show. Hello Max Fighter CW, I'm glad you're here, how's it going? What protocol are you using? It's okay, I don't think it's a protocol thing, correct me if I'm wrong, I actually don't know PCs very well. But my dad's in IT and my brother's in IT. We're an IT family, but I haven't like studied. What the hell? What is VNC? It's basically just there's a specific string you can input as your source in OBS. NDI, yes, NDI. I think that's what it's called. I remember seeing that abbreviation somewhere, so it must be that. Yeah, so, wireless, capture cardless, dual streaming with awful latency. But if you don't have $200 for a capture card, it works! But now I've spent on the capture card for MGS4, so, oh yeah, it's a tricky setup though. I had to make my IP static for it to work, obviously. It's a little tricky at first, but it makes a dual PC work, which it was cool because I had no capture card, and Battlefield 6 on release was way too heavy on my CPU. It still is too heavy on my CPU, to be fair, but like at least now I can stream it and have a model on at the same time, even if I have a 3-second delay, and that's on wired cable Ethernet for both on optic fiber. So I would say, get a capture card if you can do dual setup, but if you don't have the hundreds for a capture card yet, do that. It works. Your reactions are going to be super delayed, so you need to adapt yourself to that, but it works, and that's what matters. And yeah, I use more of a controller remote cameras and other non-latency dependent feeds. Yeah, I get why, because the latency's bad, man. Alright. What are some phrases you could recommend to someone learning French who's just starting out? Oh! Question, like, what kind of sentences someone who's starting out French could use? Où est la toilette? Where is the toilet? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Do you want to sleep with me tonight? Je voudrais un café. I would like a coffee. Mon esti de calice. My how do you translate sac in English? Oh, that's a big one. I feel like our swears are not very translatable. It's hard to say. We don't really have. I guess damn is religious, so it's in spirit. It's very much a like a Québécois swear. Most importantly, je te paye une bière. Yes, I'm buying you a beer. Je te paye une bière. Une bière, s'il vous plaît. Can I have a beer, please? Beer sentences will always serve you very well. Yeah, calice and tabarnak don't really translate because it's chalice and tabernacle, which is not very offensive in English. Yeah, most of the words we use as swears are not swears in literally any other language, even other Frenches, because we're just that Catholic. And we adapted the swears to be also very Catholic. I wonder if Spanish has the same, but I don't think so. Question 8. I understand the Beryl is your fave rifle, but what is your fave handgun, pistol, crossbow? Makarov. Next question. I don't have much of an opinion, I suppose, but the Makarov is funny. What is your favorite Linux distro? My favorite Linux distro is whatever distro has a GUI and allows me to install software without doing some fuck-ass command string to unzip a tar.gz. I've had a bad experience with Linux. But to be fair, that was 2008? 10? It's been a hot minute since I've used Linux. It's probably changed a lot since. But now I'm like, I'm gonna stick to Windows. Question mark? It's not like I have much of a choice, but yeah. With Windows enshittifying so fast, who knows? I might use Linux one day. Not for streaming, obviously, but one of these days, who knows, we might have to. Because everything's going to shit. Okay. How much was your model, like, price-wise, without rigging? Ooh. That was about the Beryl model, the not elf marksman model. So, not elf Beryl was an art and rig pack. So I don't think I remember very well how much she was art-wise, but I think Marksman Beryl was $400 approximately for art, and $400 approximately for rig too. So like, she cost me like 900 Canadian, or like 800 USD. So it's like 400 approximately for art and rig. Which is really fucking cheap when you think about it. That is cheap, man. That is cheap. Let me see if I nab the art for this current model I have right now. Let me remove my browser screen, please. I do not want to dox myself. Boom. Boom. Yeah, for VTubing, 1K is pennies, man. 1K is so cheap. Oh yeah, VGen. Let me see the artist for the model I currently have on. Studio. Oh, that's not the right studio. I think it's Studio. Yeah, because the current artist I have right now has a specific price point. Oh, yeah, up. Artist group 1. Okay. Half body of my current artist would be 800 USD. A full body like I have right now, like this. You see, I have a full body, guys. I have the whole thing. A full body by this artist is $1,200. That's for the art. That's for the art only. That does not count the rig. I don't know who rigged this one, but yeah, this artist is, yeah, it's a higher end artist for sure. Like the artist I am getting next. Yeah, 1.2k USD is mid-high range foreign artist, I would say. Because there's this thing where I've noticed Western artists are more expensive. But I think there's way less competition price-wise in the West, so the famous Western artists can charge way more than some of the Asian ones. I've noticed like Chinese artists especially are rather cheap for what they look like, in my opinion. But I think there's way more of a market, so they can't really price themselves out by being expensive. This is the part where I reveal my next model mama. I want to do it in a fun way. Wait, let me think. Who's gonna be my siblings next year? Up. I'm gonna reveal some, I don't know if I'm gonna feel bad revealing their price to the masses, but they did tell me after I sent an email, just like that, so I don't think it's too indiscreet to speak of a range. So, who can I pick as a... You know, I'm gonna go a little more niche, if we will. Yeah, there's a fee for getting a model from someone associated with a well-known VTuber, but then again... Okay, this is the big future model mama reveal. Very exciting. Yeah, Twin Tails was like 8k for her Shiley model, and that was 3 years ago. Okay, you guys know her. Do you know her? Yeah, very recognizable art style. Everyone knows who that is, right? Are we VTuber fans here? Do we know this person? Do we know this art style? Yeah. Yeah? Okay, so Kameshi Gogo-san, who is VTuber mama for Senen Tatsuki, Alira, Triggerfish, Doki, Nova, the Dr. Nova, Midas, Prawnstar Itzy. I'm on the wait list. So, my donathon in February, March is gonna be to fund a model by Kamameshi Gogo-san. Cause I was like, let me send them an email for fun. It's probably gonna be really expensive, but I'm sending an email for fun. They're not that expensive. They're for the clout and for their art style level, they're very cheap. Air quotes, you know? They're not cheap, because no VTuber model is cheap. But they're cheap for their style. And that is probably my dream artist. And it is achievable for me. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have savings to pay this out of pocket. It's just not smart. You guys know that. I have the money to pay for it, but it's not realistic to spend a couple thousand out of my savings for a model. It's not lockdown anymore. We're not pandemic boom VTubers anymore, so we don't do that. We stay safe, you know. So yeah, that's the model mama. I haven't decided on the rig artist. That's, I mean, getting this is gonna take a couple months once I get to the waitlist slot. So I have to DM them to see if I still have it, but I think so. So yeah, production would start in April. So I need to do my donathon in May. So I need to do my donathon before May, because it would start in May. And I think getting the drawing done is 2-3 months. But then I need to get the rig, which is going to be a couple more months, which leaves us at late 2026 for a 2.0 debut. Which means I need at least $4,000 US for end of 2026. Or Q3, you know? Yeah, at November, December, maybe September reveal if I'm lucky. If it depends on the rig, because I know this is very confirmed. Like they would start in May, and I would get them in I guess July. But then it depends on the rig, and I don't know. Some rig artists take a good while. Some are fine. It really depends. So yeah, as long as I'm still on that wait list, we are getting, yeah, that's the model mama. Which is sick. Which is cool. Because I'm gonna have crazy ass siblings, man. Yeah, they've very much had they have one of my favorite art styles. And it's funny, because I was talking about 2.0 with a Jack of All Trades, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna work with a Niji Sanji artist. And he guessed which one it was by Vibe Alone. And I told another friend, oh yeah, I'm DMing a Niji Sanji artist, it's blah blah blah. And she was like, oh my god, they would fit Beryl so well. And then I'm like, damn, if they fit Beryl so well, I really gotta commit. Because everyone's like, this sounds right. This is a great artist for the character you have. Which is the perfect synergy you want. You want the model vibe to fit the artist of the model, you know? Hello, Gilstra, hello, Killa, how's it going? How's it going? So, yeah, the ones who just hopped in just missed the model mama reveal for my 2.0. You're too late, too bad. You're gonna see it late 2026. Bye! But yeah, yeah, this is the mama. And I've been drawing my new model to be a kind of design that will work with them. So I'm not just designing a model for what I want, but I'm designing a model that would also suit them naturally. Which is the best way you can make a model. When you have when you work with your model artist to make a design that suits their vibe, that's when you get the best kind of model. When the personality matches the art style and matches the design to the personal taste of the artist you picked, that's the peak, man. So yeah, I've seen the third model YouTube shorts. It's all good. Looks very mature. Very mature for sure. Yeah, it's a fun little model which I will use here and there, but Admiral is probably not gonna get like a true rotation in the arsenal. Ha! Because she's not my vibe technically very much. So yeah, we're talking about my upcoming debut, end of year. Very expensive, very excited. Now that most of you guys have seen who it's gonna be, it's like, oh, it's a dream come true. That's the thing. I just send them a funny email like, ha 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 ha. How much do you charge for a model? I'm very excited. I like your art. I didn't even expect to reply. I'm gonna be real. I was like, it would be funny to like email them. And then they got back to me with their prices, and I was like, are you serious? Because their models are way too good to be priced that low. But like I said, it's probably a discrepancy between Western prices and Asian prices. Because this kind of model would be 10k USD if it were an artist from Europe or America, for sure. Like I was saying, if you don't ask, you don't get, which is why it's better off to do a resident. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And I did it, and it paid off, because then I'm like, oh my god, I can actually commission my dream artist. Insane, man. Insane. So yeah, Beryl will be her. And, she's gonna be that bitch, for real. I just need the money, and I need to wait. It's the waiting that's killing me. It's so many months of waiting for it to be made. So many months of waiting for the artist to be available. Aww. The waiting is killing me because it's a dream opportunity. So that's why I'm also stressed about finishing my design, because I needed it to be finalized by April, like early April-ish. They were like, send the materials last week of April. All good. But I'm like, I need this done. So I'm like, do I want to do a design consult? Or do I want to go raw dog it and just send what I make? I don't know. I'll figure it out later down the line. Good night, Kuno. You take care. You take care. Alright, next question. Is it this one? No. Is this one? Okay. Q5. What is your absolute favorite food? Oh, we kind of talked about that earlier. It is Chinese and Indian food. We have some repeats, but that's normal. They're very essential questions. You guys need to know what kind of food I eat. Q4. What is your favorite battle song? If we're talking like RPG themes and stuff like that, because I think that's what they mean by battle song, it would be Felix theme from Golden Sun 2. Yes, I'm kind of aging myself by being like, yeah, I love Golden Sun, because it's old as shit by now. But Motoi Sakuraba truly makes excellent RPG soundtracks. I love them to death. They're so fucking good and nostalgic too. Like, I don't know what it is about the GBA sound font, but it feels right. It feels good. It's the right kind of like primitive yet impactful. I like old sound fonts. I like old things. I like old games. Maybe because I'm old myself. Who knows? Question 3. What did you use to get your model? VGen, baby. VGen is where you gotta go for any kind of model, any kind of asset. The background for this stream, the table for this stream, the mic for this stream, VGen. This model, VGen. It's all about VGen, baby. Back in my day, back when I started streaming, VGen did not exist. You had to use Twitter, Booth, and pray for God to give you an artist that was not a scammer. It was tough back then. Now it's easy. Yeah, back in my day, because I'm old. Q2. Can I be your chair? I mean, sure. Not the weirdest thing I've been told, I think. I did step on a dude 2 streams ago. So, you know. I like how that question was asked on YouTube, so there's a username tied to it and everything. So, Bezavetora D20, I have my eyes on you now? What kind of chair? Yeah, yeah, what kind of chair? Like a wooden chair? A plastic chair? A wrestling chair? What kind of chair? I'm old 35, but I love 64 and NES. Yeah, I'm old. Redacted age, but the Nintendo 64 is my fave. I have one of those, like the orange transparent Nintendo 64. I still have it, and it's still so dear to me. I want transparent electronics back so bad. Being back, there's the option. True. And the final question, I think. What's the temperature of the sun after a collision with the moon? However hot it is in your mom's room after I'm done with her. Apologies. That felt right. Truly, I do not know. I'm not a science person. I'm an art person. I'm the kind of person that knows, like I said, history, literature, art, not science. I failed 9th grade algebra. And my teacher felt so bad he made me pass. Because I would have been kicked out of my school had I not passed that kind of math. And it was a private school, so my teacher was like, oh, she did like summer classes and still failed. Let's pass her. I feel bad. I think that's what happened. Because I did not have a single point in the semester, or well, the school year, where I was above passing grade. But I grinded. I wasn't bad because I wasn't studying. I was doing homework crying. I was doing my summer classes crying in front of math. So I think it was like, oh, she doesn't deserve to, like, be kicked out of school when there's live math after 9th grade anyway. It was whack, because, like, it was advanced mathematics, like, through grade 7 through 9. But then if you were dog shit at math, they had, like, statistics, like, basic stats, starting 10th grade. But if you failed algebra in 9th, even if there was stats in 10th, you would be kicked out anyway. which makes no sense because it's not like the math got progressively harder with each grade, you know? It's more like it was just badly done. Because, like, yeah, clearly I wasn't doing good in algebra, but the moment I did stats, I had like 60-70%, so I was passing. So, shout out to that one teacher that allowed me to not get kicked out by faking a passing grade. I will love you forever, even if you taught me things I did not understand, and overall was not a very good teacher. Thank you, man. What was inspiration or motivation that you jump into VTubing streaming? Okay, chronic yapper, terminally social. I did some art streams in, I would say, 2017, 2018 on Picarto, because I used to draw way more now. I don't really do it anymore, but I used to be an artist, if you will. I like to do little fan art, you know? And I streamed drawings, like 2 people in like 2018. I liked it. And then the pandemic happened, and one of my close internet friends was like, oh, I'm VTubing because I found a way to make models for free. And I'm a creative individual. I like making OCs, I like art, and I was like, wow, VTubing has a point of entry that's not $2,000. That's amazing. I want to try it out. So in like within the span of 2 days, I made a whole persona, I made a branding, and then I started streaming. If I revealed my PL one day, I would show you the few clips I have of me using a Logitech webcam from 2001, a $15 USB mic, and a Vroid with barely any tracking. It's a different person entirely, I feel like. So it started with that. And then I made my own Life 2D and my own art in the span of a single 2 weeks. Because it was COVID, so I had time. So I drew my art. It was so scuffed. And I rigged my entire model. Also very scuffed. Took me a whole week for the rig. It was not very good. But I had a Life 2D. With my design. And not just some Vroid pre-made. Because the pre-mades on Vroid in 2021-22 were dire. It's not the Vroid we have now. It was way more limited. So yeah, I did all that stuff myself when I started streaming, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And then 2023, I graduated, got a job, kind of fell off. So I stopped. I silently graduated, basically. And then last year, I wanted to come back to VTubing. And last year, Beryl Arsenal was created because I was like, oh my god, I play so much Call of Duty, I should stream it. I've been streaming already. I had a stream deck, I already had a iPhone. Most of the hardware I have now is the hardware from 4 years ago. So the stream deck is from 3 years ago. The Wavelength mic is from 3 years ago. The iPhone is from 3 years ago. The monitor, 3 years ago. The whole PC, 3 years ago. Because this PC was funded with my first life in VTubing. So I was like, why don't I just start streaming again? I have everything and more. I have way more than the beginner setup because I did it once. So I created Beryl. I told my past regs, oh yeah, I'm coming back, blah blah blah. Comes the day before my debut, my basement floods. Important to note, the computer room is in the basement. Because we had torrential rains from Hurricane Debbie that, like, I think we had like 100 millimeters of rain in 12 hours. My basement floods the day before my debut. August 9th, very important. Or 10th, either way. August 9th or 10th. And I'm like, fuck. I lose all momentum. I don't go back to streaming. Beryl Arsenal, for now, was a dead project. I moved on with my life. I continue working. This is so immersion breaking. I moved on with my life. I continue working. And then I work. 2025 rolls in. I lose my job in June last year. So June 2025. I get laid off because the startup crashed. And I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do with my life? I'm out of a job overnight. because I worked in a startup, and I mean, startups go ass up all the time, obviously. And I was like, oh fuck, what do I do? So I get laid off. A day later, at night, I had a dream. I was streaming as Beryl with the model and everything. The V-Roid I made last year. I mean, 2024. The V-Roid I made, like, summer 2024, because I was like, I want to stream again. I'm gonna do it. I made my Twitter and everything. I was like, I'm streaming again. And fast forward, a year later, when I get laid off, I have a dream about that V-Roid I made a year ago. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I just got laid off. I have nothing to do with my life. And now I have a dream about that V-Roid I planned a year ago. Why don't I try streaming again? And fast forward 2 months later, on August 10, exactly a year after what was supposed to be my debut stream, I debuted the Marksman Not Elf model. A year later. Finally. Isn't that fucking insane? Not only the dream after getting laid off, but also, I did not consciously plan my debut date to be exactly a year after my flood. I commissioned my mama, blah blah. By the time I got my model back and everything, I was like, oh yeah, I need to debut on the Saturday or something. And turns out the Saturday was exactly a year later. Since the fateful flood that made me drop it. So Beryl was born on the day she died, technically. Isn't that insane? So yeah, that's pretty much how I jumped back into VTubing streaming. It's been a pretty crazy thing. Insane coincidence, really. And now I'm here with 1K, 1.5K on Twitch, and 2.5K on YouTube? For context, a month ago on YouTube I had 300. Now I'm at 2.5. But YouTube is very much a shorts kind of like audience. They're not people who watch streams, but you know, followers are followers. They like my content, that's what matters. Sometimes progress works very well from insanity. Yeah, that's insanity for sure. And the thing is, with Beryl, I have marketing knowledge I did not have in my past life. Even a year before, when I was debuting my 3D and got flooded, I didn't have the marketing knowledge, because back then I was still a graphic designer. So that 1 year of flood, then cancellation, then delay, is why Beryl works the way she does right now. I would say things happen for a reason. I think it's one of those. I think my past life happened because she needed to. Was she very well rigged? Nah. Was she very well drawn? Nah. But it gave me my footing, it gave me my regs, it gave me my mods, it gave me friends. And it gave me the knowledge I needed to apply later. And then the marketing job I had between my two lives gave me the tools and the knowledge I need to make Beryl the best she is right now. Isn't that insane? I think it is. So yeah, that's such a heavy question to end on. I feel like I just told you guys my life. It's not really my life really, but yeah. I debuted in August. But I would say my path as Beryl Arsenal was wonky, because June, I come back as my V-Roid after getting laid off. July, my grandma passes away, so the whole month was spent not streaming. August, I get my debut. I stream a bit. A week after my debut, I get an absolutely insane elbow injury that takes me out of streaming until October. So October is when I started streaming like 3 times-ish per week, which was like my true debut was October really. So I was like at like I think 500 followers in like October. And then in November I lose my last job. Now I go full time. So from October to now, which is 3 months, we went from like 400, 500 to 1,500 followers. And so many of those are you guys who are right here, right now, and I am very grateful because my life would be very terrible if I did not have streaming. I would be so fucking bored. I'm one of those person who, summer in college is very long. At least here, university breaks, summer breaks at uni are very long. I would be the type to get so depressed in summer when I had nothing to do. So VTubing is the kind of thing that feeds my workaholic brain into thinking I'm doing things. And I mean, yeah, I am doing things with this, but I need things to do. And this is the thing I have to do when I have nothing else going on. That's it. That's all I need. Yeah. Isn't that so dramatic? Is that the mood we want to be in right now? It is coming from the heart. It's just who I am. I'm not a born entertainer, I want to say, but I am someone who needs to entertain people. I am a social butterfly. I need interaction. And this gave me the interaction I needed during COVID, and this is giving me the interaction I needed during unemployment. I am still unemployed. So I still need you guys. And even if I'm employed one day, we have too much of a good thing going on for me to ever ditch you guys. Because, like, Beryl is that bitch, I think. My past life was fine. I loved her. But Beryl is me. It's one thing I've brought up a lot in, like, very early Beryl streams when I was pretty much 3D and still, like, before my full time, before most of you guys were here. My past life was made in about a week when I was bored during COVID. I whipped up a very quick concept. It was pretty Quebecois too, so I guess some things don't change. But I realized over time she did not suit me. She was very cute, very spunky, very fun. But at the end of the day, she wasn't me. But that's the thing with very first VTuber concepts. You start streaming, so you make a concept real fast, but if you have no experience with streaming, you don't know yourself as an online person. You don't know how you're gonna be like on Twitch or YouTube or whatever. And I realized the design I had made, because I found it very cute for sure. Like, I made the design myself, I named her, I made her theming or branding. I realized the person I am on screen does not translate to the design I had back then. I had a very, even more colorful design, a very spunky, active design, even more than I have now. But I'm not a loud streamer, I'm pretty chill. So the design I made back then just didn't mesh with the kind of person I was. She was more girly too than I am right now. So I realized, she doesn't suit me all that well. And when a design does not suit you, you kind of realize you disconnect yourself from the model and things are less fun. Does that make sense? It might seem abstract, but it's very important if you're one of those, I guess, less LARP streamers. If you're less in character, you need to connect with the persona you display. And I didn't after, I would say, 2 years. And I was like, you could tell in my activities and my streaming, I think, that she was not me the way Beryl is me. So, like I say every time, if you're gonna commit to a VTuber persona, make sure it works from the colors to the art style to who you are to her voice to everything. Because the moment you feel a bit disconnected, you're cooked. And Beryl feels right. I like her. I like you guys. I like talking to you guys day in, day out, because really, we talk every day. I'm on my Discord like all day, nearly every day. You are, I don't want to say family because I'm gonna sound so corporate, but like you're my berries, you know? Yeah. So that's my inspiration for being a VTuber, explained on the span of 4 years in like 10 minutes. It was a rocky road, but it's a road that paid off, and I'm looking forward to taking this places. And I mean, I still get a lack of confidence once in a while. Every single time it weirdly lines up with when I'm on my period. I wonder why, but still. Thank you for the hydrate. The posture check. The posture's good. Yeah, I lose confidence sometimes, but I think that's normal. Because you're playing, like, it's not a numbers game, but it's still social media. Oh, well, it is a numbers game to an extent. I would say that. I'm a marketer. I know what the numbers game is, but, like, it's social media, and it's impossible to not compare yourself on social media sometimes. So sometimes I'm like, am I truly that entertaining? Sometimes I can tell when the regulars stop showing up, and I'm like, oh my god, did I fuck up something? These kind of little things. And I'm like, oh, am I really cut out to be an entertainer? Will I make it? Blah, 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 blah. But that usually goes fine then. Because then my period ends, and my hormones are back again, and I'm fine. The lesson of the story is don't trust what you think about your life when you are, one, on your period, and two, when it's after 9 p.m. Your brain will never tell you the right things. That's just how it is. So yeah, that was the questions for tonight. I think, I don't know if I have more. We don't have any other questions. If you guys have more, let me know. Otherwise, I might wrap this up because it's awkwardly 10:30 already, which is like too late to start something. I would say too, but it's not too early to end. That's the thing. I did a lot of yapping, so I think it's pretty decent. Plus, it do be the weekend. Yeah, I have my singing class. Oh, I can talk about my singing class. I can do that too. I can find another thing to talk about. Crap, it's late. Not this week. Please sleep, Hunters. We're late for you. Please do. I know you usually go. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, feel free to go to bed, Hunter. I know you go early. This is late for you. I want you to sleep well.
All warfare.
Let's listen to
based on deception. For years, the West's hypocrisy has made the world a battlefield.
Good night, Hunter. Oh. I guess we can just listen to the Modern Warfare 3 intro. Oh my god, you made me choke on Mac Drop. What a tragedy.
Blood. But this seat cuts both ways.
Yeah, the Yuma Joshi made for that intro as a redeem.
The bigger the lie, the more likely people will believe.
That's husband though.
And when a nation cries for vengeance, the lie.
It's gonna be so funny when I play this game on stream. It's gonna be so good. And if I do play Modern Warfare 3 on stream one day, I want you guys to play this and synchronize it for the game.
Believe that they alone dictate the course of history. That all it takes is the will of a single man.
Alright! What sports, teams, athletes do you watch and follow? Okay, let's dress a list per sport. Hockey. The Montreal Canadiens. And also, low-key, just a bit. But I have a reason for that. All of my friends are Torontonians. So, I did get kind of a little affection for the Leafs. Which is funny because I'm a Habs fan. But like, you know, I can't help it. I go to Leafs games and I'm happy. It's a curse. It's so bad. It feels strange to be like, yeah, I like the Leafs as a Habs fan, because that might as well be a sin. And yet here we are. For baseball, oh my god, I like the Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Yankees, which is once again same division. What the fuck are you doing? But my friends are Yankees fans. And my friends are Torontonians too, so I'm like, yeah, I have really bad takes on sports teams. For the CFL is the Montreal Alouettes, for obvious reasons, because it's the only Quebecois team in Canadian football. In American football, it is the Cincinnati Bengals and low-key the Jacksonville Jaguars. You can be like, why, Beryl? I just like big cats, man. I like big cats. Hey, Samuel Shelton, keep this up. Yeah, I like big cats, so, I was one of those kids who played, like, Madden 98, and, oh my god, true. An ocelot is a big cat, I guess. So, yeah, I was one of those kids who played Madden Game Day 98 on the PS1, saw the team with the tiger helmets, and was like, ooh, tiger helmets! And that's how I became a Bengals fan, low-key. Also, Joe Burrow. I also like LSU, because once again, big cats. Also, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. You know. Other sports. Cricket. I just watch for fun. I don't really have any stakes in Indian cricket, because I'm not Indian. But I really fuck with the Indian Premier League of T20 cricket. Like my parents do. And so we buy the Willow channel, which is a channel for cricket, every May to March to May, because that's when the Indian Premier League runs, and I watch Indian cricket with my family. A game is like 6 hours long, or 4 hours long for a single game. So yeah, cricket, I am very not associated with any team. It's just fun. Oh, Seal, how's it going? How's it going? What other sports do I watch? English Premier League. It's Tottenham Hotspur. It is not Arsenal, ironically. In fact, those are the rivals, so I don't like Arsenal. What else? What sports do I watch? For wrestling, I like the guy that looks like Revolver Ocelot. I like Cody Rhodes. Gunther. Gunther's my favorite, I think. But Cody too. I have a signed Cody poster above my monitor, which is really pretty funny because he looks like Ocelot. And I also like Drew McIntyre. I like, who else do I like in wrestling? I like John Moxley, because I like it when fridge built guys bleed and beat the shit out of each other, and Mox does exactly that. Hi Susie's Teabag, how's it going? What else do I like in sport? For Formula 1, I will take a bullet for Lewis Hamilton. I like Max too, kinda low-key, which is funny. Oh god, Abu Dhabi. Was it 2022? The really bad Abu Dhabi Max Lewis race. 2022, I think, or 2023, I forgot. I repressed that championship so bad. That Abu Dhabi, yeah, Lewis but Mercedes, basically. What year was the shit show? I'm gonna Google it, wait. It's going good, what are you doing? We're doing a Q&A stream because I hit 1k on Twitch and 2.5k on YouTube, so it's a yap stream, if you will. Abu Dhabi controversy, F1. It was 2021. Okay, I don't even have the words to explain that Formula 1 race. But, like, I watched that year religiously, and basically, the outcome of that final race of the year decided who would win. I think I legitimately had nausea the entire race. My hands were clammy. I felt sick. I had to go chill in the kitchen to stop stressing. And then my guy lost at the last lap pretty much. Because of some bullshit, like with the rules. Anyway, that's a very quick TLDR. But basically, I'm not involved in Formula 1 right now for my sanity and my mental health and my physical health. I get stressed over sports. It's terrible. In cycling, I like Jonas Vingegaard to my mod Nixie's chagrin. And what else do I watch? I like Toronto Raptors in basketball because they're the Canadian team. Am I forgetting a sport? I mentioned Hockey, baseball, board football, soccer, cycling, cricket, motorsports. I think that's it. As you can tell, we really fucking like sports in this house. Sports is cool. I'm not a sports tuber, but in spirit, I feel like one. I think I had another question. Okay, question. I have a friend that wants you to do a Meryl Costler or even some ASMR from that character. Is that possible in the future? Yes. I wonder who that friend is. Never heard of that friend in my life. My name rhymes with Meryl. My hair is red. I have a gun. Codec ASMR would be really funny. As long as that friend of yours finds a guy who sounds like David Hayter for the rest of the parts, please. Okay. Any car that you like. Oh. Cars. I play racing games, low-key. Midnight Club 3 is a game I'm very fond of. And I love playing as a kid. So I like the Chrysler 300C, even if it looks like a pimp car, I don't care, I think it's cute. I also like Jeep Wranglers, which is probably really southern white girl of me. And I also like muscle cars. I think muscle cars are sexy, man. I like the boxiness of the look. I think they're so swagged out. I love muscle cars. It's the kind of shitbox you have to repair for I don't know how many thousand before they work, sure. But they look good. Yeah, I don't know enough about cars to like properly speak on them, but I fucking love watching those Pimp My Ride type things, Rust Valley Restorers type things where they fix old cars. Sometimes they low-key desecrate them, but I like seeing car customization and how that works. And how tedious of a process that is when you need parts that are barely available. They're like, yeah, I need to hit up this guy who's in bumfuck nowhere, California, to get a specific mold for that muffler on this specific car. And I'm like, damn, this is some dedication, bro. Car pretty wowie is kind of how I'm moving, yeah. It is who I am. Car pretty and gun pretty are pretty much how I roll. It's really that simple. I'm a simple woman in general, if you couldn't tell. But I think where's Tacoma gas pump when you need it? I know, Tacoma water pump gasket in 1997. Where is he when we need him? Who knows? Yeah, so cars, I think that's the vibe. What else do I have to say? Am I running out of things to yap for a stream that was all yap for 3 hours? We've done 3 hours of nothing but talking with questions. That's pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, pretty good. If you have any other questions on music, cars, guns. Well, no, not guns. I don't know anything. Don't try. Cars, I also don't know anything. VTubing. Just let me know. I might wrap up in like 30 minutes, but we do have some more time for yaps. I can tell you guys about my singing class I did today. We did, well, it's not exactly, entertaining or fascinating. We did breathing exercises. So I showed some songs to my teacher that I wanted to sing, and she was like, this is traditional folk music, so it's not the same technique as the opera she knows, and it's not contemporary singing either. It's like that. It's a different, I guess, kind of singing that she's not familiar with. Did you get a good grade? She told me I had really good breathing capacity. She was like, wow, you have a lot of breath. And I was like, cool. It's a good thing, because like, she's an opera singer. I'm gonna need that breath, man. I'm gonna need to a lot, you know? Well, not like that, because that bad's for the throat, but basically, I have the lung capacity and the diaphragm capacity to inhale a lot and exhale a lot, which is very important in singing. And I'm really good at breathing in general, but I do have a background in meditation and yoga, so I've done enough fitness to know the basics of good breathing and good exhalation, exhaling that anyway. So basically, I really have I have those very basic capacities. Yapping is above the capacity. Listen, I haven't yawned a single time yet. Just saying. I haven't yawned. I might jinx myself by saying that, but I haven't yawned yet. So yeah, she said I have a good capacity, and she was like, I can't really teach you certain folk singers because their technique is too advanced for you. But she was like, you can do some Sarah Brightman, like the opera singer. I don't know if you, well, she's crossover classical, but if you know the song Time to Say Goodbye, she's the woman on that. So my teacher's like, you can be that woman too. And deep down, I'm like, okay, I can't do Celtic folk, but I can do borderline opera to her, which is insane. And I'm probably not there yet. But yo, Iron Mouse Beryl soon. For real, trust me. Anyway, we have an ad break in 3 minutes. Or like now for 3 minutes, so I will be back soon. And then we'll wrap up after this last 30 minutes-ish. Alright, BRB! Can I get a Beryl react to the Niners game? Okay, let me check the Niners score. 49ers. Oh, my condolences, man. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sure next season is gonna be better, question mark. You guys are fucking cooked. I'm sorry. It's not on you. We love you as you are. Can I get an F's in chat for the 49ers, guys? 34-6. Oh my god. It's third quarter. It's Jover, I think. Man. You poor thing. Beryl question from the press. Would you eat this can of SpaghettiOs from 1997? No. Last year, I accidentally ate a Graham cracker how do you pronounce that? Graham cracker that was expired 7 years. And I'm gonna be real with you guys, it kinda tasted like I was eating what paint smells like. It's hard to say. Graham cracker? Yeah, it tasted like the smell of paint. That super chemical like paint too. It tasted like that. I thought I was gonna die. Turpentine? Maybe? I don't really know what paint is made of, not gonna lie. So yeah, it tasted like what paint smells like, which was awful. Because I wanted to make some s'mores, like cheeky s'mores in the air fryer or something. So I was like, oh, we have Graham crackers in the basement. So I grab it, I open it, I taste it, and I get that taste invading my buds. Like I ate some chemical thingamajig contraption brew of some sort. It was so chemical tasting, and I just spat that shit out, man. Just like the pilk on my keyboard, you know? It was so bad. It was so bad. It was disgusting. And yeah. So that's the oldest thing I've ever ate. Hopefully no one's ever gonna send me a ration from like World War II. Hopefully. I want to do a Steve Amari out of me and eat some old ash ration and hopefully not die from it. I still need to hit up the army supply store for some IMPs. I keep forgetting. I need an IMP for an IMP stream. I wanted to do an IMP for my donathon. I want to do it. Good afternoon, Betsy. We're wrapping up very soon, but I hope you have a great day. Yeah, I want to do an MRE tasting stream for my donathon because you've seen the model Mama, and now you know I need the money. And I need to make it fun, because I want you guys, if you guys want to donate, I want you to donate for a reason. I want to make it entertaining. I have a donathon plan. It doesn't have guests, but it has a lot of funny goals. It's very community oriented. So the goals are like new emotes, scabs, punishments, special streams. So I want to do like a donathon that's for you guys, but also for me, you know? Because that model isn't going to pay itself, but at the same time, it's on me to get it, and it's on me to entertain you guys and justify you guys donating, because it's money, it's your money, and you're supposed to spend it on what you want. So I need to convince you guys to spend it, but it's a goal. So even if I don't hit it, I'm still getting that model. It would just alleviate the financial burden, basically. It's fine. So yeah, now that you know who the model Mama is, I think I can be encouraged to finalize those goals. Then we can do the donathon next month or in 2 months. And it's my birthday in spring. So the model kind of happens when it's my birthday too. It's a lot of good dates at the same time, you know? So just gotta lock in, make the donathon happen, make it worth it for you guys, and we will be in business. Thank you, Killa! Oh yeah, I say my birthday is August on, like, VTuber intros and stuff, but that's just my debut date. My real birthday is not in August. It's for the immersion, you know? There, it's on the record, means I haven't forgot. Yeah, you haven't forgot. You know my birthday. You know it's vaguely in spring. You have like a 3-month range of when my birthday is. That's good enough. That's close enough. You have an idea. So, yeah. I have big plans for 2026. New model, merch, stupid, painful eye tracker streams. I will do those. I will do those. Maybe I can't do what I thought I wanted to do, but I've been thinking of getting the eye tracker now, actually. But I'm like, is this a wise decision? I don't know. Have a great night to you too. Thank you, Beth. Thank you. Yeah, so eye tracker. I've been tempted to buy it. Very, very tempted. But I'm like, should I do it now? Or should I get a heartbeat monitor first? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Thank you for coming, everyone. It was very appreciated. It was very fun for a first Zatsudan. Very first just chatting. It was amazing. I can't believe I yapped this long without stopping. It did have guidance, obviously, because I had topics prepared and I had enough chat support to keep going. Thank you for the business, Yere. Thank you, thank you. I had enough, like, topics to talk about. Hi, do you have a question? Let me know. You can. Oh my god, Jarv, you missed the model mama reveal, and I think as an artist that I'm meant to work with, you're allowed to find it out. So, where's the picture? Oh, thank you for the gift subs. Thank you so much. Oh boy, where's the pic? Where's the pic? Is it this one? No, is it this one? Yeah! Wait, oh, yeah, there we go. Model mama reveal. That's all I wanted to show. Killa didn't see it either, so there you go. Bless you, Beth. Thank you. I will make it, and I will have my son 2.0 end of the year trust. I just need to email them again. I just don't want to be forgotten in the waitlist. I'm sure they wouldn't, though. I was talking to Midas, and she was like, "Oh, just email them the month before you send your stuff." And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna email them sometime in March." Be like, I'm still in the waitlist, right?" yeah. Doki has such a cute model, and it's so like. Kaname Shigogo has such a good art style for tomboyish characters. And I was like, this is perfect. Yeah, the chevrons on the hair had me kind of cackling because I have chevrons on Beryl Marksman. And they will be on the bear. They will be on the bear, albeit in a more subtle way. So the chevrons will stay for sure. And so will the crosshair, just differently. Hello, Mr. Canadian. How you doing? How you doing? And hi, Dynamic Wasp. Hope you're doing good. We're wrapping up. I'm sorry. I've been talking for 3 hours and a half, which is kind of a miracle by my standards, because usually I'm gaming with my streams. I don't tend to yap only, but we did yap only this time, and I want to do this more. Maybe this is the floodgate that's gonna open stupid ideas like Smasher Pass Husbando list, Best Asses in Metal Gear tier list, you know, like those stupid stuff. Because I think just chatting streams should be for really stupid ideas too, because I love me a stupid idea. So let's pray for Hado, whose football team is currently on the verge of getting eliminated from the playoffs, and let's find someone to raid, because it is Saturday night and somebody deserves a raid. Who is getting a raid from me? The yapping will come more often. Yeah, the yapathon, the yappening, the yapocalypse. The yapocalypse will happen one day. I don't know when, but one day. I'm haunted by Resident Evil nowadays. So let's read out to Rooney, who's playing Resident Evil 5. Alright. I almost started the stream late because I was watching Anya's debut. It was pretty embarrassing of me, but I made it. Alright. Next stream is question mark. I don't know when. We're gonna be releasing that stream schedule tomorrow. So, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye!